Take it easy on him. Take it easy on him.
Where's the bottles? You promised us bottles.
Where's the bull and Casey?
5 levers was pulled in the summer. Levers was pulled in the summer. 6,000 levers for European League football.
No, Smoke. There's no question. No. This is me right there. Let me question afterwards. Let me talk because I need to talk. Let me make sure that my level's good. Is my volume good? Streets, is my volume good?
Yeah, but it is. It's fine. It's fine.
Volume, okay, cool. Thank you. Karma, because sympathy is a very interesting word, and we'll get to sympathy because you know what? I am going to take the most sympathetic routes a bit afterwards, but I need to talk. Because you see, that's where I give you guys the two flexes. I like to give like a short reaction, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But you see, this is old school. See, guys who've been with me since 2010, I give that old school long form kalalalini. So guys, let me talk. Because see, people who know the Harford from back in the day know that I give you that long form comprehensive coursework. I give you a coursework, like 300,000 words. This is an L beyond all proportions. This is a monumental disaster because I think the key thing is that I have to wait until it is fully confirmed. So I don't want to be like, oh, that's why I said, no. Let us wait until it's 100% confirmed and it's full. So in case you don't know, because some guys were saying some questions on Twitter, Champions League, it's head-to-head before goal difference, which means that because Inter beat them and drew with them, there is nothing that Barca can do. And so forth. But here's the thing, put that to one side. They lost. They lost 3-0. This is a horrible failure disaster. There's no way to look, no left and right is a failure disaster. And I think this is a lesson in, before you talk, relax. Before you talk, relax. You have to always relax. Shout out to your boys, Ricardo and your boy Aman on that webcam. Don't worry, I'll come to you guys, man, because give you a thing. But you have to relax before you talk, because guys, here's my thing right there. See, I got clowned. I have receipts on DMs of people abusing me and insults being said, oh, Chelsea are trash, we stole their players, Chelsea is a small club, Barca are back was trending. All I had was Barca are back, they're here, they're so forth. How can Barca be back, but you're heading for Now, you want to look at our blame to either guys, but something, I had an epiphany, and I think this is something that we need to learn in football. It's not only about the names. You see, whenever I put guys here in the rafters, these are names. So I just put the guys in the rafters, and these are big names and so forth. But as we learned from the Galacticos, as we learned from Brazil in the World Cup in 2006, and as we learned so many times, names is one thing, it definitely helps. But it's not only about the names. What's the strategy? Who is the manager? Make no mistake, because this is something that I will not accept from Barca fans. Oh, we had injuries, therefore, nah. Based on the quality that Barca had, to lose twice to Bayern Munich and not to beat Inter Milan once, and you almost lost at the crib, that's unacceptable. And you can't use injuries as any excuse. We have to now ask the real questions. And see, this is when we're now going into very dangerous waters. Very dangerous waters. Because we're going to say a name that Barca fans don't want to hear. We're going to say a name that Barca don't want to hear. Ayo. Leo. I said this years ago. Guys, check the tape. Check the tape. Years prior, I said, do Barca have a plan post-Messi?
Speak on it. Oh,
Jamal, I'm a speak. But see, my thing is that when I said that, I wasn't even making any thoughts that he was going to leave abruptly. My plan was, okay, when Messi retires and so forth, do you have that next superstar? Because you lost Neymar. What is the project afterwards? Because we know that from Maradona to Romario, from Romario to Ronaldo, from Ronaldo to Rivaldo, Rivaldo to Ronaldinho, Ronaldinho to you could actually, it was Rivaldo Figo, so Rivaldo stroke Figo to Ronaldinho, Ronaldinho to Messi, Messi was to Neymar, but Messi just keeps on going. He keeps on going. Because what we have to put some respect to Messi's name. Ronaldo fan, but it is what it is. Ronaldo fan, it is what it is, because we're going to have to just talk that real talk. Because you can clown Messi for losing 8, and we did. We clown Messi for losing 8 losing several times. There is no chance that Messi allows Barcelona to make it through a group. By himself as an individual, give him bricklayers from the streets of Catalonia. There is no chance Messi allows Barcelona not to even make it through the groups. Bare minimum, Messi with the bricklayers from the streets of Catalonia make it through the groups. That's a fact. That is a complete, total, and hard fact. So we have to put respect on Messi's name and really admit that this guy made a ridiculous contribution towards this team. A ridiculous contribution towards this team. And his value towards this team was freaking insane. It's freaking insane. Where do Barca go from here? I have no idea. Because Barca have to ask some real questions. Is Javi the right manager? Is he the right coach? is he the right dude? We have to ask our questions that, how good is Lewandowski really? How good is Lewandowski really? Because this was a huge dub for Bayern. Guys, it was 5-0 on AG. 5-0 on AG. Bayern put the hammer of 5 pieces. They gave them, you know how you slap someone? Bayern, like this, smackaroonie, 5 with no reply. It gets real. It gets real. But final thing before I give it to the panel. Barca fans, this is a huge humbling. Because this is karma. Because I had callings of treble. We're back.
Semis minimum.
Semis minimum.
Oh no!
All these things were said. So from treble, semis minimum, Barca back, we don't need that bomb-ass, short, vertically challenged piece of crap Argentine hobbit. These things were said.
No, but HH, to be fair, they said semis minimum, but they weren't specific.
Smoke, I'm not finished my sermon. Last thing, relax. Final thing, and because I know I'm going to give it to Ricardo. If you want to be real, unless Barca makes some serious big decisions with regards to Xavi, transfers and so forth, it could take a few, not a long time, but it could take a few years before Barca become relevant, specifically in the UCL. Because what I'm seeing is there is a deep problem here. Because let's be real, because we have to keep it a stack. This Bayern side, they have issues. They sent to pick Bayern. And what compounds it? They lost their superstar, who they didn't replace him. Mane was not a Lewandowski replacement. So for all you haters and losers, calling for Nagelsmann's head, this is a Bayern team still in transition, still having to walk through the new manager Nagelsmann, who pimped out Barca, who we thought had already made it. Puts that in perspective. All right. Let me just hit my marker here. So, Rick, talk to me.
Look, I didn't even watch the game. I didn't watch any games today.
Rick, just give us a reaction. We don't care about what you watch. Just give me a reaction.
Oh, this is my reaction. When I saw Marcos Alonso playing, I was like, all right,
there we go.
You're saving me 2 hours of my life. This is an L. Bro, there was nothing. The game was done before when the referee at the Inter game blew the whistle. Did you actually think Barcelona were gonna go out there and play with some sort of pride? Obviously not. These guys were mentally defeated. That bum Xavi actually, apparently, if reports are true, made them watch the game.
Ricardo, thank you. No, Ricardo, thank you. I almost forgot. Please let that be a lie. Please let that be a lie that he didn't make them watch that Inter game. Because, bro, we already know what would happen, and that would demoralize you. Because what you do is forget that game, assume that they've already won, and focus on beating Bayern for your pride. I mean, what a dumb move.
Yeah, no, look, I've said it from the start. Xavi isn't the guy. And the main reason I say that is because you can't be a club of Barcelona. And I blame the board as well. You're not a club like Barcelona, and you give a platform to a manager who's never taught, even in any European league. So putting Xavi there and giving him the pressure, the expectations when he has done nothing other than what's called in a Qatari league. Like, go figure what do you think might happen. Like, you're actually rolling the dice that this outcome was actually possible.
So Ricardo, is Koeman vindicated then? Is Koeman vindicated?
In a sense, yes, but at the same time, Koeman did have Messi. So, I mean, how much could you really say?
I see. That's yeah.
So, Xavi, the only thing Xavi has really, even if you want to call it an accomplishment, is actually made sure they get into Champions League last season, which really isn't saying much considering how bad the other teams were. But like I said, man, like I stick by my word. I've said it from the start that Xavi was never going to be the guy to take this team forward. He has too much to learn. He has no tactical flexibility. You can give this guy the best 11 in the entire world, and he still wouldn't win you a Champions League title. He just wouldn't. He's not that guy. He's far too reliant on his wingers and pace and just out wide players that, bro, it's just redundant. Like, it was never going to happen. And against Bayern, like, Bayern is just a team that has our number. Like, they're just way better than us. They understand. They're built literally to just beat Barcelona every single time. And we fell down. I knew this was over in that second half against Inter at home. Like, it didn't even matter. Even if Inter had tied or lost to Victoria, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Did you even expect Barcelona to even still qualify after the fact?
No. But Rick, here's the thing. Now, that's why I'm so happy you brought up that whole him watching the Javi thing. If, for whatever reason, Inter had drawn, at least you'd be playing for something. See, it's one thing knowing that, okay, it's one thing just ignoring that game and maybe hearing the result that, see, if I was Javi, I'd say don't even think about the Inter results. Focus on just beating Bayern. Take this game in a vacuum and do this for pride. But if you watch the game and you know that, no, it's official, it's over, you're in the Europa League, there is no hope, notion of hope, it's finished, it's done, vamos, see you later. Psychologically, mentally, you're not going to be prepared for that game. And what's worse, we also saw what Thomas Muller was doing on his Instagram. Bayern, they're already through, but Bayern were up for this game because of Lewandowski. Bayern were come. So you can see in the body language, Barca were playing as if, oh man, we didn't make it, based on Javi's stupidity of giving them a bit of hope to watch the freaking Inter game. Bayern were coming to the game of like, no, we are here to beat these guys.
Let's speak on Lewandowski quickly, because if Barcelona took a monumental L, and deservedly so, but honestly, second in that list has to be Lewandowski. Because not only did you leave let's be honest, had he stayed at Bayern, easy pass to the round of 16, probably get to a semis, because Bayern are just a great team, well-drilled team. You put in a 50 goal a season goal scorer there, things are going to go your way. You're probably going to win another Bundesliga title as well. You leave the club, and when you come to Barcelona, you say that it's easier to win at Ballon d'Or or at Barcelona. I mean, I don't know if he thought they were just going to put campaigns for this guy and thinking he was just going to win it because he's at Barcelona. You actually have to prove it to some extent. I've always said this about Lewandowski. He's not a type of player that's going to take a game by the neck on his own and win you the game. He's only as good. He's
not Benzema. He's not hearing no Benzema.
He's only as good as the support he has around him. We've seen this at Bayern. We're seeing this at Barcelona. He's gone missing, which pretty much not all the major games, if we're being honest, so far this season. I mean, you can give him a pass for the home game against Inter, but then again, he scored at the last minute, so how much credit can you really give him? Even today, not doing much. He wasn't even the best player for us. But honestly, as I would put Lewandowski probably second or third on that list of who's culpable for this. But to me, Xavi's the main guy, because you had options, like you had a little bit of power of who you want to bring to the club, and you're telling me that some of the names you brought up were Marcos Alonso, where it was Bayern. Like, you already have a player in your squad that has a similar profile to Marcos Alonso, which is Jordi Alba. Now we all know Jordi Alba is not that guy anymore, but he's better than Marcos Alonso. And you have a young guy, Alejandro Balde, who's actually good. So why didn't you just stick with him? Why are you getting another left back that just has nothing? It just makes no sense. Like, his selection makes absolutely no sense. And Bayern, he's a has-been. He hasn't been the same since he's left Arsenal. Well, that too. They have a substitute, the goalkeeper, and you're telling me neither player has had a shot on target. Now go back to Messi. I said this last time when the hangout against Inter. If Barcelona have any integrity, any dignity left within that club, do not even offer Messi a contract. Do not. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
They might though. They might.
That's you know what I think is gonna happen. This is what I genuinely believe is gonna happen. I genuinely believe that Messi is gonna extend with PSG. He's gonna extend with PSG, and Laporta, knowing that he's a master media of manipulating things, he's gonna say that, oh, we gave Messi a contract, but he opted out staying at PSG. And then Barca, these fans who are idiots, are just gonna eat it up. There's no point of offering, because if Messi comes back and then we finally get out of the group stage, which is ridiculous to even say, one, it makes Messi look better, but it makes the club look worse because you're still so reliant on a then 36-year-old player. But
no. You can't bring it back.
So it's in Barcelona's best interest to actually deal with the pain now and build upon it, which is actually moving on and getting into the latter stage of the competition.
All right, let me come to your boy Arman. Talk to me, man. Your thoughts on this Barca disaster class, man.
By the way, Ricardo, cheer up, bro. The Europa League is not so bad.
Yes, shut up, man. Arman, go for it. Yeah, Arman, go for it. You're mute. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute. Arman, you're on mute.
Unmute, bro.
Wait, is this guy? Can this guy hear me?
Yo,
I think it's
you're on mute, bro.
You're on mute. You are on mute.
He needs to pull a lever to.
Oh man, no.
I think it's technical difficulties.
Okay. Suleiman, can you go for it? Suleiman, go for it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's one of the greatest. Okay, Suleiman, go for it. The hell happened to that?
Let's be. I mean, there's not really much to talk about this game. I mean, like Barca were already like in the Europa League when the match kicked off, with the fact that Inter beat Victoria Pilsen. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like Xavi, he didn't really have that much experience, and you gave him like a decent squad. I mean, more than decent. I mean, you got.
I think it seems as if is Xavi the issue that he should never be the hire, and his hire was purely sentimental.
Yes, he's a big part of the issue, but I think Barca have bigger problems as well. I mean, they don't have that mentality for some reason.
No. But here's my thing though: would a more experienced manager have gotten at least one result against Inter?
Yes. They should have won that game at home.
Yeah, basically, with these players and with the injuries, specifically with the same injuries, with a more experienced manager, at least gotten a result against Inter.
Yes, and the thing you have to remember, last season, or when they were in the Champions League, it was actually Xavi who sent them down to the Europa League, not Koeman, because I think that Benfica game at home, if they won it under Xavi, they would have progressed to the knockouts. So, I mean, Xavi, you got to blame him 100%. And it's this Barca thing, like they're gonna need like a lot of things to like fix because it's not just the manager, it's also like long-term things. Like there's still an economic crisis. Like all these levers they've pulled, it's come to
they have to go through, man. That's aspect they have to go through. So this is messed up. So that's
shout out Xavi,
okay, let me come to Osman, man. Osman, talk to me about your club, man. Wait, hold on, Osman.
What's up?
Xavi apologist.
Correct.
Why?
I have my reasons.
No. State your reasons. State your reasons for being a Xavi apologist.
Because if Xavi's not the guy, then no one is. Like.
Okay. Wait.
Because if Xavi,
So Osman, hold on. So Osman, what you're telling me? No, you can't go. Let me answer. So Osman, what you're telling me is a more experienced manager would not have gotten at least one result against Inter with those same players and those injuries.
Well, who's a more experienced manager? Name them.
Name anybody
who's
available.
There's no way this guy's real, bro.
No, who? No, name a manager.
Osman.
Name a manager.
Even at
Ernesto Valverde.
No,
we just beat him 4-0.
To be fair, we did.
We just beat Valverde 4-0.
But he had Athletic Bilbao.
So what?
No, Osman, you're honestly telling me that there is no manager on the planet. Also, you're honestly telling me that there's no manager on the planet.
Sam Allardyce could have gotten Barca through. I'll say that.
So Osman, you're telling me that there's no manager on the planet with Lewandowski thingy and so forth that wouldn't have gotten a result with better tactics based on his experience, because Xavi is somehow you do know that Xavi is inexperienced. So you're saying that
I'm aware, yes. But what I'm also trying to say is that changing managers isn't always a solution to every issue, because it's always easy to be like, okay, bring in a new manager, and then we have to look at people who also have to actually have good tactics. So it's bold to assume anyone would do the job that Xavi's doing and do better. That's very easy to say. Like, okay, let's hire Chuko. And then what? He fails somewhere, and then what?
Osman, thank you very much. It's just because I couldn't think. You're telling me that Tuchel wouldn't, that there would not have been a better chance of Tuchel at least getting a result in one of those games?
I wouldn't know. He
But
failed
he's more
against Dynamo
experienced.
Kiev. He failed against Dynamo Kiev, didn't he?
What's this guy talking about?
Did he
my-
lose to
okay.
Dynamo Kiev or not?
Oh my
Or
goodness.
Zagreb?
This is a disaster.
Okay.
Osman, wait. What are you talking about?
Wait, who did Tuchel lose to in the
Osman,
Champions League recently?
do Chelsea have Lewandowski as a striker? Do they have
What's
Havertz
the
in the
difference?
African team?
I thought Chelsea were Champions League winners.
But the thing is, to be fair, Usman, you did take 3 of Chelsea's prime targets to Barca, and now Chelsea in the Champions League, and you guys aren't.
Wait. How is this Xavi's fault? Are you guys?
That's what I'm saying.
Here and say, is
That's
this
what I'm
fault?
saying.
No, I mean, I can understand what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that even if a new manager...
Didn't Xavi sanction the transfers?
No. See, here's no. Of course, it's not only Xavi's fault,
Yeah,
and of course,
so.
there are greater issues. But the point remains that I believe a more experienced manager, even with those same injuries. Now we don't know for sure, but there is a good chance they would have at least gotten a result against one of these teams because as Ricardo pointed out, the tactics and the strategy that he was putting out were trash because he's freaking inexperienced.
No, I'm not having this. This is ridiculous. I'm not. This that's the most dumbest statement I've ever heard in my life. No
How?
offense. No offense to anyone, because that's a cop out. Saying, "Oh, it's all down to tactics." What did Xavi do wrong in any of the Champions League games? He put out his best team, and
He's
his
playing
team
Busquets every game.
His
bro.
team failed. This is a trash team.
Why did he start Frankie
This
de
is a
Jong?
trash team.
Yes, yeah. Why isn't he playing Frank de Jong over a Busquets that comes from? Why is he doing cross and inshallah instead of trying to be central and going through the middle,
But
playing
why is
intricate passes?
No, but why is this? Is this his fault that he bought his number 9, the best striker in the world, and he's ghosted every single game? Is that his fault? Let's not act like I guess Bayern winning the first game.
Hello?
No. Hold on. Wait. We are not putting all the blame on Xavi. I think that's the issue that people are trying to hide. It is not only Xavi's fault. But you're not telling me that a guy who got his badges in the freaking desert, who has no real proper experience, is lacking some specific tactical experience in specific of games of this magnitude. So if a freaking Xavi is going up against a Simone Inzaghi who has coached Lazio for a few years, who has also coached Inter for a few years, Simone Inzaghi has an extra experience that gives him that tactical thing over Xavi. So this goes back to the original issue that hiring Xavi was a sentimental hire. You're not always going to have the Pep Guardiola story. That was a very rare story.
This is the same argument people had about Arteta. It's not always about you hire a manager for a quick fit. This is not okay. Here's my issue.
No. You know the hold on. No. How do you say? No. You can't land. You know why you can't land? Who did Arteta work under for several years? Pep. So Arteta is coming in working under one of the best managers. Well, yes, hold up, wait. Arteta is coming into Arsenal working for several years under one of the best managers in the world. Xavi is coming from the desert of Dune with Arrakis and Paul Atreides. Those are two very different things, bro.
No,
So what are you talking about?
I don't like when
back
you do
up your
this.
point.
I don't. No, hold on. I don't like when you do this, because you did the same thing with Pirlo. You said Pirlo never got his badges. Now you're saying he's better than Allegri. Was Pirlo that bad? Yes. Don't
try and twist words. Yes, no. The whole thing, no. Yes.
Yo, so let me know when I can talk.
HH, can I go on this to back you up?
Let me come back.
Let me know when I can talk.
Let's go around.
Relax, guys. Just chill, relax. Now, Yassi, I'll come to you, Osman. Yassi, let's be very clear. Don't put words in my mouth. I said, because it's a joke that I cracked, that RDS stats as well. How bad was Pirlo really? Did I open my mouth and say, oh man, I've never sacked Pirlo? Of course you sacked Pirlo. But the whole joke is, look at how bad Allegri is. Oh, how bad was Pirlo really? You can't take that statement and say, oh, they shouldn't have sacked Pirlo. Because, of course, you shouldn't have had him because he hardly had any experience and he proved he had no freaking experience. Okay, so what are you saying? Yes, you have to relax. Osman, take the mic. Osman, take the mic.
Thank you. So, anyway, before I go, I also have in my profile the second best player in the world of 2022. So shout out to Senegal, and we're beating Netherlands. That being said,
Okay.
um,
You don't hold the pride of Africa, man. Africa is with you. Africa is with you. So go.
for sure, for sure, for sure. So that being said, yeah, honestly, if it's anything that I learned about this campaign, is that nothing worked for us. Because if you take into account all the things that didn't go right for us, especially after the international break, this shit was very much it came down to like fucking luck, right? Because Busquets not being able to run, PK for performing terribly, Marcus Alonso somehow getting in the lineup. I think all of this is just boiled down to just a total misfortune, right? And we deserve to be out. There's no real two ways about it. I'll say this though.
Okay, so last thing, I'll come to you, Smoke.
Okay, so last thing I'll say is really, I think this is just a matter of mentality because we're a young squad. We have players who are coming in wearing Barcelona colors for the first time at some point. I think this is a matter of we need to build something, right? And Xavi is here.
Whoa. Okay, yeah. Arman, man.
Cow there?
Arman, you have some background stuff happening. I don't know what's wrong with where you're transmitting from, but Arman, I mean, I don't know. Okay, Osman, and round off your points.
Yeah, so I really want to end with this. Like, we lack mentality because our club has suffered tremendous losses since 2015, losing Neymar. 2 back-to-back UCL embarrassments, 8-2, more UCL embarrassments at the hands of Bayern. At this point, it's pretty much like, what do we expect from Barcelona, right? So,
okay.
It is what it is right now.
Okay, so guys, so before I go to your boys, Smoke, guys, please, let's hit those likes. Let's get to 800 likes, guys. Mods, get me those likes. Mods, get me those likes. Like that video, guys. Please, I would truly appreciate it if you can hit that like button. Let's please get to 800 likes. Mods, please get me those likes. Please, everyone, hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. Smoke, talk to me. Keep it brief so that everyone can have a chance to talk. So keep it brief. I want everyone to have a chance to talk on this. Smoke, go for it.
The theme of the story is football is still undefeated. Like, football won again today, right? This was proof that you can't just buy players and mash them together and you get a solution. At the end of the day, when it comes to playing styles and whatnot, the coach has the biggest impact. And you see, for example, when a Pedri, a Torres, or a Gavi plays for Luis Enrique, compared to when they come back for Xavi, they look clueless. The same Pedri that's a world beater for Enrique. So to Yasir's point, it's down to the coach to come up with tactics, in-game tactics and whatnot, of how to break down a team. And now the thing is, in the league, Barca's squad is good enough to beat these small teams, right? And for example, look at Ten Hag. Look at these coaches, whereby even though the teams are not functioning optimally yet, but you can see signs of what the coach is trying to do. You can see patterns of play and whatnot. Whereas with Barca, I think you tried the romantic story of trying to bring Pep back, a new version of Pep, and that's what they tried, and it's failed. So shout out to football, the footballing gods, for winning once again and setting things straight. Just that, unfortunately, there is no lever that Laporte can put to restart.
There are no more levers left, bro. Arias, talk to me, bro.
Can you just bring up the Champions League tables for 1 second? So
I just love these things, you know.
No. There's nothing.
It's like we're back at school. So come on, kids, look at the board, please.
No, because I just want to clarify, because presumably Barcelona obviously on the Europa League is they need to play a knockout. So, but we presume we presume they will qualify for the Europa League.
Will they?
So, but I just want to clarify something. Could you just bring up the tables? That's okay. Okay. Now just scroll down to Group D. Okay. Now stop there for a second. Okay. Now I need to just clarify something, because if I recall, Frankfurt were the team that knocked out Barcelona in the Europa League last season. Is that correct?
Yes, this is it. Yes.
Okay. So now looking at this, and I say I could be wrong, but right now Frankfurt are third, but they actually got 7 points. They've got a point away, so they can still qualify.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yes. Only 2 points separate first and fourth.
Exactly. So you're saying there's a possibility that Frankfurt could get through to the next stage of the Champions League. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So are we in a situation where a team that finished mid-table in the Bundesliga are in a better, stronger position than Barcelona Football Club? Is that what we're saying?
I believe that is.
No, because you guys are talking about Bayern Munich. We're not Bayern Munich. We're not up to Bayern Munich's level, but I'm talking about Frankfurt here. Because we're going to get to Atletico's,
we have to have a very serious La Liga discussion. There's a real La Liga discussion that we can't hide from.
No, I know. I just want to say, because everyone's talking about Bayern Munich, and I just thought it was important because there's a possibility that because Frankfurt lubricated Barcelona in the Europa League last season, and now just under season later, the manager and the coach have now potentially taken that team to the next level, and Barcelona appear to have regressed. It's one thing to say that Barcelona aren't at the level of Bayern Munich. But it's another thing to say that even Eintracht Frankfurt are doing better than you guys. That's saying something. You know what I mean? So, but who knows? Who knows? I'm just saying.
Okay. Let me get some Dubinsky's, and then I'll just get some of these dubs and I'll come to you guys. So, shout out to your boy Benzema Dor, Europa League anthem transcripts. Oh. Look. Europa ain't that bad because we're gonna get to Atleti. So Juve, Atleti, Barca.
Juve and there yet, bro. Juve and yet are there yet.
And also it could be Tottenham as well. If Tottenham are not careful, it could be Tottenham there as well.
Ajax as well.
Are Dortmund through now? I think Dortmund are through.
No, Dortmund are through because they have a better head-to-head than Sevilla, so they're through. Should I thank you for the dub, Benzema Dortmund? Jaden Alvarado, is this on the players or Javi? Respects Pirlo, both. And the point I was trying to make is this isn't all on Javi. Getting a better manager doesn't solve the structural issues. I just think a better manager would have at least gotten a result from the Inter games. But still, just getting a more experienced manager, that's in the bill and end all. It's about what you do in the transfer markets, and you didn't have a proper, robust plan for if Messi left. And you allowed Neymar to leave and so forth. I don't do a lot more to keep a Neymar. So there are many different issues that are there. But for me, this is on both. Lewandowski flopping, Dembele flopping, and also Javi, you could have been better. And how can he? Because he has his stuff from the desert. He's inexperienced, bro. So yes, he's older than Nagelsmann, but Nagelsmann has better top-tier experience than him. So someone was saying HH.
Yeah. I was gonna say Xavi, he picks the players as well. So if you're gonna blame the players, ultimately Xavi is the same guy that acts for Marcos Alonso. So I mean, how are you gonna blame Marcos Alonso when
there's a fact? He picks the lineup. He picks Busquets ahead of Frankie De Jong. It is what it is. Sharon Chablani, thank you for the note, Sharon. Dembele spent more days in hope. You see, we did. That's just deep, man. That's just deep. Antonio, Doria, I'll try and give you some space because there's no space at the moment, but I'll try and give you some space, Antonio, bro. Patrick, guys, give it up for. So, hold on. So is it confused? So, Real are the only La Liga team through?
Yeah, because Sevilla is out, Barca is out, Atleti is out.
There are 3 German and Italian
Wait,
teams.
so how many teams are going to be in the Europa League? How many Spanish teams?
3.
No, 6, isn't it?
Well,
total.
Well, here's the thing. Athletic can still finish bottom, I think. So Athletic are not confirmed for Europa. So they're not even confirmed for Europa yet. But shout out to your boy QC. 03, 04 in Europa.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna bring that stat.
I was gonna bring that stat too.
I was gonna bring that stat, man. That's that.
No, I refuse. No. I don't want to.
You might as well call it Messalona now. Messalona.
Hold on. So QC it. So all three. Hold on. So 034. So QC, I think of it up. 034 in Europa. Messi debut in 04-05. In years from 0405 till 2021, 17 consecutive seasons, Messi leaves second group exit. Guys, the Messi tax.
Messi tax is real.
Messi tax is real.
It's endless. It's priceless.
Oh dear.
You're forgetting 4 UCLs within that time, bro.
And 4 years as well.
Yeah.
4 out of their 5 in total in their history.
That's
80%.
Yeah. That's real. Man. That's real.
Two troubles, by the way. 2 troubles.
Allegedly. Well, 09 doesn't count. You cheated, bastards. So Elijah Chilembo Mpovi, 19 goals by Ban A.
I was gonna say that as well. Come on, man.
Wait, let me hit them. Let me just get it. Let me hit it. Yeah, okay, that's real.
So the last goal Barca scored against Bayern, was that the Suarez goal in the 8-2?
Yes. In the second half.
Oh dear, man.
Bisbee Nation. Both Atleti and Barca happy. This is a great day for Misby, the 24/7 Barca hater. It's a great Misby. It's a great day for you. Have a few drinks, bro. Ice Freezy. Messi made Barcelona Football Club. # Stoke City. No, look, see, it's
that's too far. That's too far.
No.
West Ham.
He didn't make them. But bro, the Messi tax is scarily real. Like it's real. It's real.
And league titles as well.
Yeah. Patrick, all that money spent and they go back to Europa.
Yeah.
It's an L, man. It's an
They're
L.
not in the Europa yet. Remember,
Exactly.
Who can they face?
If United don't top their group, bro, HH, man, we could see Barca United play.
Oh my God.
HH, can I go next?
Can I go on this?
No.
I have to go next.
I just want something quick. No, I was just saying, it's actually, I saw somebody make this argument. It's actually kind of true. It's actually in Barcelona's best interest to not be part of Europa League. If they want to win La Liga, it actually, because they're pretty much guaranteed a spot in next year's Champions League.
Yeah.
So for me, it's actually no point. It's actually better just to or just put out like kids or Catalonian or orphans in the Europa League games. QC8, rest in peace. 1899 to 2022. Wedding FC Leverlona, rest in peace. Oh my God.
That's hard.
Sodoma, you shouldn't be laughing to her because we all know who used to support me before you left them. Okay, I know.
We got that Barca.
MC, La Liga equals Bundesliga, one team league, Scottish Premier League greater than Serie. Casey. Where?
Casey.
Wait. Abdul, if you listen to me, Abdul, here's my thing. No. Abdul, put the knife away.
He lost a lot of money.
Abdul puts the knife down. Abdul puts it down. Shout out to your boy Latin Rosario, who is a Juve fan. Martin Rosario is a Juventus Football Club fan. CL is overrated. Europa, what it do, baby? No. Martin, no, don't. Jump man. Ricardo is the only Barca man that knows nothing about football because he's a bum-ass idiot and he doesn't know anything. He should go back to school and learn more. Man, John, man, that's a bit harsh. John, man, what the hell? That's a bit harsh.
Shout out to John, man.
It's great. Detroit's Rock City, man. The Lhasa fan base needed this humbling. Where's Lewandowski?
That's true.
They did it. After all the abuse. Benzema door. All right. Is there any point in even reading it? Javi said today was a revenge match. Look, QC8. Juve 3-0, Roma 3-0, Liverpool 4-0, Ban 8-2, 2 times Europa. Look, it gets real, man. It gets real. Ahmad Faidi, thank you for the find already. La Pornhub sold Catalan kids on the dark web, pulled levers that broke the dynamics of financial football, bought 8 players and PR for some hype just to end up in
that's mad.
Barca fans can't chat to us. See, the pendulum swings, guys.
Coming out, man.
You see, I remember when Barca beat Real Madrid like 5-0, him putting out 5, and there's a time when like 08-09, Barca clowned Real Madrid. And Real, you just had to hold up weight. They got clowned, abused, and clowned. things have drastically changed. Things have now drastically changed right now. Where Barca, and for me, I think
it's almost like like in the Bundesliga where you have Bayern are the clear dominant, but Dortmund kind of an annoyance. It's almost like that. Barcelona basically becoming like the La Liga version of Dortmund.
Yeah, like
they're relevant, but they're a bit of annoyance.
But here's the thing.
Relax. Right.
Like ever since I've been watching, I don't think it has been this lopsided in terms of just how low Barca are and how high Real Madrid are. Because like Barca, like over the last few years, this is generally one of the worst Barca teams I've ever seen.
But is anyone shocked though? Like
also, one quick thing, they don't still have the owl on their thing. By the way, they don't have Drake's owl.
That's just for one game.
Does my mic work? By the way, does my mic work?
Yeah, it works.
Oh,
it works.
okay, yeah.
So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, don't worry, Barca, I'm here to help.
Yes.
Oli would be better. Oli would be better than.
Let's be real. Oli would get a result.
Of course he will. Of course. That's beside the point, though. Relax. Oli said, dude. Oli said.
No, he may put every man, woman, and child behind, but Oli would get a result.
Oli used to make it to the knockouts.
Yes, he'd get a result. Shout out to Fly Gulag, man. HH, play the Muller video. I need a good lap. I'll try and play it. I'll try and play it. It was funny. I'll try and play it. Silver Spring. When was the last time Dembouz performed in a big game?
Exactly.
Maybe a Classico last season.
Exactly.
When was
You
the
guys,
last time?
hold on. Do you guys remember when HH was defending Dembele from missing that one
he can't even defend it
against Alisson?
Look.
That was actually the last game he performed, by the way.
What?
Against Liverpool.
Oh.
when he missed that.
Shout out to Ala Madrid, man. This Barcelona team needs some serious ritual help. I don't know how they keep losing when it matters. Bayern are riot, even good this season. No. Bayern, I told you, man. Bayern be eating the Bundesliga. Bayern are a threat. Bayern are an outside threat, man. Shout out to your boy Tapiwa Musa. Thank you for the dub, Tapiwa, man. Palancas FC wanted to shortcut their way to stability. Hopefully, they will learn to be patient and plan long term. La Liga, we got to hold our L this year. Yes. Like, this is a huge L for La Liga. It's a huge L for La Liga, man. A huge L.
Is it
Baba,
really?
HH, I'll see you at the Champions League final. Your seats...
Both
your seats both time. Chelsea won the CL. We were in Group E. We're in Group E and getting out. Okay, but here's the thing. Like, let's relax.
This is the same Baba that was a Lampard supervisor, was it?
No. That's Babalao. That's what they're going to do.
Okay.
So Baba, let's just chill. We move in silence, man. Sage, Lassa needs to identify as a woman's football club. Okay, no.
What? Huh?
No. Yes, don't. The guy, he's mad. The guy's crazy. JJ Bridge, big up HH. I hate Barca, and I'm happy to see them cry. Those filthy, stinking thieves. Javi is just a Spanish Frank Lampard.
Whoa!
No.
So I'm not really surprised.
At least Lampard make it through the group stage, though.
Quab OBJ. Defending Javi is stupid. HH, please open the panel. Well, I'll try to. If there's space, I'll try and bring you in. Yassi, I know. Yassi takes some drugs, so it is what it is.
No, relax.
Shout out to your boy, Matt B.
Maybe.
I agree. Javi ain't the guy, but nothing will change until the 4 captains permanently leave.
That's true.
They had
that's
so that's what's it called. Busquets, Shakiras, Boy, Jessica Alba, and
bro, they're trash.
So they had 4 managers in 4 years. The cycle started in Rome. So basically, so everything happened in Roma. So okay, look. So guys, please keep it brief so everyone can have a chance to talk. So Gatlock, then Jamal, and then on the pizza. So Gatlock, go for it. Come on, man. Oh, true.
No, so spanking Bayern Munich this time.
Group G, Ports to Liverpool.
What did you just say, Ricardo? Did you say you were spanking Bayern Munich?
Was that?
Yeah, we're spanking
No, guys. We need Group H, please.
Yeah.
Wait, Gatlock, can you rewind? Can you just play that again, please? Just play.
I feel like Alex is a
Wait, hold on, shit. Gatlock, play it again.
So,
Group G, Ports to Liverpool.
What did you just say, Ricardo? Did you say you were spanking Bayern Munich?
Was that?
Yeah, we're spanking
No, guys. We need Group H, please.
I did try to warn you, Ricardo, man. I did. I tried.
Inter Milan Bayern game, but then I got distracted by another game. But I think they're better than Bayern in my general opinion. I generally believe on Tuesday. I think on Tuesday people will be surprised how good Barcelona. I say right now, I'm going to early prediction right now, 3-0. I think Bayern going to get.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Gatlock is doing a lot. Yes, shut your effing mouth, man. Shut your effing mouth. Gatlock, continue.
This came from the mouth of the guy that is defending Xavi that said that this team are bomb.
Yes, I'm going to keep meeting. You know what? Yes, I'm actually going to put Yes in the back, man. Let me put Yes in the back.
Bro, actually, this is bad, man. Because
it's bad.
The person that took the biggest L, first of all, you get a plate for a Ballon d'Or. Then you feel you get disrespected. You now move to Barcelona. This guy did not score a single goal over these 2 legs. He didn't score a single goal. He didn't score against Inter. This guy has been doing his two-fist signs against Bilbao, Spanish croissants, man. The guy has been, and today again, Barcelona has 0 shots on target, bro. 0 on target, nothing. They did nothing. Bayern were not even that great today, and they pimped them. How can you move from Bayern to Barca and still get pimped?
No, but I think you actually make a very good point. How good are Inter? How good are Bayern? I look at how much problems they caused Barcelona in the games that they played them. That's the scary thing.
And that's the funny thing. These 2 teams, this is not treble winning Inter or treble winning Bayern. In the next round, HH, are you going to tell me that Bayern and Inter are going to make the semis if they meet any of the heavy hitters exactly? So I'm sorry, guys. This is not good, because once this group came out, everybody was saying Barca will top the group and whatnot. You heard my boy say 3-0 to
yes.
Well, he did predict the score, right? So he took it to the wrong team, basically. So, bro, this is really. I don't even know what to say right now. All I know is that this is really bad, because they literally gambled on this. They spent a lot of money. Like you said,
it's hard to pay off. It's hard to pay off.
You said that Laporta sold his unborn children,
yes,
and whatnot for this.
He put them up for sale, yes.
And they went back to Europa League.
Yeah.
This is really bad. That's all I can say. And Lewandowski, bro, you are tasting Europa League because you left it.
Actually, has Lewandowski ever played in the Europa League?
Yeah, it was like 2010. I think it was like 2010.
For Dortmund.
Yeah, for Dortmund 2010.
Hey, look, unless he can come out to Europe. Okay, let me come to Jamal, then I'll come to Undisputed, then Arman. Jamal, talk to me. So, can you be brief so I can come to guys really quickly?
Yeah, I'll keep it brief. First, I want to say that Spurs group, man, it's tight. It's tighter than a. No,
okay,
you know what?
Jamal, don't go there, Jamal.
Barcelona. Yeah, Barcelona. This is bad, man. Because where we have to start? Can we start with Xavi tactics for them to watch the game? I mean, what kind of Prince of Persia tactics is that, man? This guy, he really get his badges in the desert. That what? Bro, that's mad. And come on, I mean, Bayern, and this is not even prime Bayern, and the ease where they beat Barcelona with is easy. They're not Barca and not Bayern side chicks. They are a quick beat. It's a quick beat, when they need confidence, they just go and face Barcelona. Because I was watching that game and the Liverpool game, and bro, it was an easy game. So yeah, man, all I just want to say is, guys, all the money, all the levers you pull for European League, and you know what? You know Leeds might not get their money. You know these guys owe Leeds money.
Oh yes,
I sure there was banking there was gonna make the wrong of 16 in the Champions League. You can imagine Leeds calling Laporta and Barcelona right now.
I'm sorry, but I'll just say Prince of Persia tactics, man. That's
that was a good game, by the way. It was a good game, Prince of Persia. But anyway.
Yeah, it was all right. No, it was all right. Very hard on the Mega Drive, though. On the Mega Drive, it was super hard. On Disputed, talk to me.
First of all, I want to say I have a huge amount of respect for RDS. How this guy shows up every week, even when his team gets humiliated on a weekly basis. I don't know how he does
Undisputed. Let me stop you there.
I don't know.
No. Shush. Mute your mic. Undisputed. It's easy to do that if you're 3 people. He lists his 3 people that supports 3 different teams consecutively. So don't give him too much credit. But please continue. No.
What I would still say is that I knew, even in the morning, I knew that Barcelona were screwed when I saw this video of these Victoria players. You know when the UCL anthem comes on, like you have your serious face on, right? When the camera's on, these guys were waving. These guys were waving at their mom on the TV. And that's when I knew, this is not a real football team. These guys are not serious. I knew right there and then that they were screwed. But I do think Barcelona fans need a reality check. I think if it wasn't, a lot of them are very ungrateful. I don't know if you guys know about Furious, if he comes on here at all.
No, he won't. He disappeared, man.
Okay, like the way these people talk about Messi. Without Messi, Inter Milan is a bigger club than you. That's just a fact, first of all. That is a fact. It's objectively true. And Messi gave you everything.
On the Spurs, Barca literally won a Champions League before Inter got their first Champions League, before Messi was around. In 06, Inter had never won the Champions League in 06. Barca did. So, come on.
But I think I always look back at 2019 in Anfield when Messi performed one of the best semi-final performances I've ever seen in terms of goal. Not only the goals that he scored, but chance creation, dribbling, everything. Then he was begging his teammates, Dius, Suarez, Coutinho. He was begging them to just score one away from home. He was putting chances on a silver plate. These useless dickheads, they kept missing. And in the back, Piqué, Alba, Busquets, he was begging them, just don't concede too many goals. They concede 4. And I think Barcelona, they failed Messi. They really did. As an institution, they failed, in my opinion, the most talented player of the 21st century, I think. And they completely failed him and they let him down. And they absolutely deserve this. They deserve to be in the Europa League. That's where they belong as a club. And one more thing, HH, about this Ousmane Dembele guy, I do have to say, when I watch this guy play, he tries to dribble. He gets past this man, then he tries to do another cutback and falls on his ass. Or he actually does get past this man, and then he puts in a cross that hits Rosie. This guy more talented than Mbappe, right? More talented than Mbappe.
No. You can still have talent, but when you're a bonehead and make boneheaded decisions, it is what it is. So he is still, all because you have talent doesn't mean that you know how to execute your talent and you have a football brain. So talent is useless if you don't know how to actually utilize the talent, actually apply it, which he doesn't know how to freaking do.
I do want to respond to one thing. This in the comments, they say he's 2-footed. I mean, Jordan Henderson's 2-footed. That doesn't mean that his feet are actually good. It just means that they're both equally bad. And I think we can probably say the same about Hughes.
Okay. No, we don't want to put Henderson and Undisputably in the same sense. Arman, talk to me, bro. Arman.
Hey, Chase, how's it going?
I'm alive.
All right, good to hear, man. I'm going to get a lot of abuse tonight. My dad is a Bayern Munich fan, so every time they lose the past 2 years, I just get abused at home.
So you're a Barca fan, but your dad is a Bayern fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's a bad household. When he comes home, I'm just going to be destroyed. And I don't know what to do, I don't have any more excuses. I said, okay, Dad, imagine we had Lewandowski. See what's going to happen this year. And lo and behold, we took Lewandowski. He's like, it doesn't matter. We got Mane. And then lo and behold.
But also keep in mind that Mane isn't a Lewandowski role replacement. He isn't. So losing Lewandowski was a big deal, which is why this is such a big deal, because you didn't really replace the amount of goals Lewandowski brings, but they still managed to find a way to beat you twice. And Lewandowski not scoring once.
You're not making it better for him, given that his dad's going to clown him when he gets back. So
I know. No. I'm piling on the pressure. Okay,
I don't have any more excuses, man. I lost everything. So first it was the board. Then it was the managers. We changed all the managers. Then it was the signings. You brought in the good signings. Then it's, how many more excuses? Oh, well, this time it's this. This time it's that. I've come to the conclusion. I have a slight answer. I believe it's the philosophy. So I watched a bit of a Xavi documentary, and what he said was this. And I think, you know, there's two different kind of people in this world. He said that you win based on how you play. So if you play well, that's how you win. And you've mentioned a lot of times on your show, Real Madrid's philosophy, win. So it doesn't matter how you win, but you just win. but Barcelona, you got to play this way, and as a result, you get the result.
That isn't. I do see. For me, I do feel that the Real Madrid way is a way that I believe in, but that's not necessarily all the way true. Pep has always had that same philosophy. Now, granted, he's not won the UCL since Messi has left, but let's be real. That was his same philosophy with Pick Barca, and they are one of the best teams that we've ever seen. And even if City have not won the UCL, City have redefined the Premier League on our philosophy of it's how you play. So,
but HH, you used to say it, you have to do the two flex if you want to win.
True. No, that's it. You have to do the two flex, but a lot of times, Arman is right. People are in two camps. One camp is like Real Madrid. We have 4 or 5 styles, and we can pick each style for each given game. Another camp is no, this is how we play. Because Pep said it in his documentary that if we play in the right way and do all the right things right, we will always win. The only reason why we lose is because we didn't do everything the right way. So if we lose, it's down to us, not the opposition. So that's the philosophy. Continue.
Yeah, but I think the difference with Barcelona is that after 2011, it became very readable. Everybody knew tiki-taka, and it was proven that it could be beat. So moving 2011, 2012, I think Bayern Munich won 7-0 in 2013. Then and there, it should have been cut, HH. That was it. That philosophy got to go. And you know what my argument was? Well, no, this philosophy has been with the club forever. And then I looked a little bit back at football history. And then I realized, well, Barcelona weren't much of a club until Ronaldinho. And before that, they didn't really have much of a philosophy. It was just kind of
attack.
It was kind of attack. So yeah, we could scrap the philosophy. It was only there for a few years. Let's rebuild. Let's think of something new. Let's have more, unpredictable to our gameplay. I mean, it's mostly shooting from distance, crossing, and these kind of stuff has to be implemented.
They had a philosophy under Cruyff. I'll just put that out there to be fair.
No. Basically, Cruyff is a guy. You have to remember, Cruyff laid the foundation, and Pep is Cruyff. So Pep, now he may have evolved it and tweaked it, but Pep used the Cruyff foundation, which he used at Bayern and which he used at Man City. So I think my thing though is, as Gatlo just said, it's the two flex. There's nothing wrong with having a philosophy, but you don't have to be a complete slave to the philosophy. I think that the Barca fans will not accept Barca now they defend every man, woman, and child, and then now you counterattack. No. So I don't think you look at what has happened in Barca and say, oh, the philosophy is wrong. I think the issue is, did you recruit the right players? Did you recruit the right personnel? Was Javi the right man? Does Javi have the right experience to really take upon a team of this level? Should you hire a guy who has all experience in the Middle East to now take up Barca? Whether for Pep, he managed the B team, knew a little bit about it and said, what's up? Zidane managed the Real Madrid Castilla boys, then moved on and so forth. So Zidane and Pep had a much closer experience to high-level football than Javi, who literally came from nowhere right into this job without a real lead on. So the issue really is recruitment, and is he the right man for the job? Or continue.
I kind of disagree with that, HH. We had tons of players come in, and then I think a lot of people blamed the board for bringing in Griezmann and Coutinho and Dembele, all these expensive signings. But I was kind of for it, HH, because it was Messi's peak years. And if you want this guy to win and have a good foundation set forward, I'm going to put the club in debt, absolutely, to get the best players in one team. Now, granted, it just didn't work out. But to treat Messi, to have him like a good team around him, I will absolutely go out and get Coutinho and all the star players, because I know that he's not going to maybe play at that same level for another 3-4 years. So I was in the same thinking that those signings were good, and it just didn't really work out. And it really hurts me to say it, but yeah.
Okay. So
I have nothing to say really.
Let me come to your boy Rob, and then your boy Antonio, then Yassi. Rob, talk to me, man. Basketball, what are the issues? How bad is this, man?
Well, based on how much they sold, assets they sold, and how much levers they built, I would say this is pretty bad. But that's not the end of the world, because they could still do something in La Liga, for example. So, like, it looks bad right now, but I don't think it's the end of the world personally.
All right. What's it called? Yassir then and Antonio. Yassir, talk to me, and then I'll take your dubs, guys. Yassir. And Yassir, don't spend 3,000 years, please. Don't
No,
spend
no,
3,000 years. I'll just cut your mic if you spend 3,000 years. Go for it. Oh God. Yassir, speak, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, HH, can you get JC25's comment up, please? Can you just get this comment up? JC25.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, move on. Yeah, sorry.
So, for me, I'm not blaming this scenario all on Xavi. I feel like that's very, very unfair. For me, I feel like if I'm looking at every single game, other than this game, obviously, which did not matter. So the notion that they got beaten 3-0 at home, to be honest, if I was a Barca fan, I wouldn't have shown up to the game. I would have stayed home. There's no point in playing this game. So for me, is this game, let's be real, it did not matter. Donate all the money you have to the club because they need it. They can't donate to charity. But if they could, I would have donated to charity. But that being said, I genuinely believe Xavi put this team in the best position to win. The reality is that a lot of these players, this is what they do, HA. This is the reality of them. You take Lewandowski out of Bayern Munich, you put him at Barcelona, you expect them to show up in key games, not against Sevilla, not against Osasuna, not against all these guys when every week. This week they're gonna play another match in La Liga. He's gonna score, he's gonna celebrate. You know that's gonna happen. But when it comes down to it, the real test against Inter Milan, against Bayern Munich in the first game when they went over to Bayern, when he had those chances, he could not convert. And that's not on Xavi. And the reality about it is, for me, is this is not a bad thing. This is bad in terms of finance, but this is not bad in terms of Xavi. Because in my general opinion, I think Xavi is a brilliant manager, and there's a brilliant manager in him. But it will take time. The reality is, Barcelona try to rush a process that everyone knows takes time. When you lose a player like Messi, when you have a Jordi Alba that's old, you have a Busquets that's old, you have Ter Stegen. I mean, he came back, but literally his time is pretty much over. You have a PK's over. All your senior players pretty much are getting old. They're dusted. It's time for a rebuild. You just don't go buy 8, 7, 10, 12 players and say, oh, you know what, we're going to win everything. No, that's not how football works. It has never worked like that. For me, Xavi is the perfect manager for Barcelona. But this is the reality. It takes time. It takes time. And some people have said it. They didn't need to pull all these levers. They just needed to take their L's, literally buy their time, and slowly build. But what they do, they took the risk, and they're paying for that risk. That's just the reality about it. And that's the honest truth.
Can I say one thing? Bayern Munich is not. I tell you guys, Bayern Munich is not as clinical, and Barcelona way clinical, bro. I'm telling you, Lewandowski is a master.
It's called reverse.
Dude, are you kidding me? How could you actually say that?
Thanks, Gatlock.
Antonio, talk to me and then take it off. Yes, shut up, man.
Can you hear me,
Antonio?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro. I can hear you.
Before I go on a rant, I want to apologize to UHH. Like, I'm sorry for dissing Chelsea in the summer. You guys have that big boy mentality. Barcelona,
boo.
Out of here.
Okay,
I don't know what is wrong with Barca. Like, Barca just have a weak mentality now. And before I start ranting on them, respect to Chelsea because, hey, you guys didn't get your players. You sacked your manager midway through, and guess who's in the Champions League and guess who's in the Europa League. That's all I got to say with that.
And also, Antonio, and to that, all I can say is...
Yeah. Man, Barcelona just... What more can I keep saying? What more can everyone keep saying?
Okay. Who do you blame the most? Who do you blame the most?
The board.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. Xavi, his tactics aren't that good enough, and that's just the truth. I mean, he just plays too much to the wings. It's very predictable, and he always favors Busquets for some reason. I don't know why he keeps playing fucking Busquets. It just makes no sense. He's
Old
old. He's past
teammate.
the hill. Yeah, that's why he's his friend. And his tactics just aren't good enough because he overutilizes Dembele or whoever plays on the left, whether it's Rafinha or whatever. But I think the board's the main problem because, first off, let's track back to when Laporta was getting into office. He lied his way to get through. I think they knew the whole time they were never going to re-sign Messi. It's obvious. They lied. He got in. And then the whole summer, we're going to re-sign Messi. We're getting all these players, Aguero, Depay, whatever, these nobodies. Aguero was finished by then. And then they didn't get Messi. And then they basically marketed last season as, it's a comeback time, we're going to do it without Messi. And then it was Europa League. And then Xavi did come in and things changed and, it was looking better. But the truth is, what they should have done is they shouldn't have spent and splurged throughout the whole summer. And if they were going to splurge, why are you splurging on players we don't need? If you're re-signing Dembele, why are you signing Rafinha? Why not get rid of Piqué, get rid of Busquets, get rid of all the old players? And you know what? The defense is the biggest problem. We have the same defense and the same defensive problems every year in the UCL. It's obvious that these UCL teams, the big boys, like Inter Milan and, I have to say it, Bayern owns Barca. They're the daddy of Barca.
Yes.
So they just keep dicking them down, man. It's insane. They just shit on Barca's defense.
I would say leave Guardian, not dicking down.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just. All right.
Hey, man, it doesn't matter.
I'll tell you, I'll tell you, go for it.
But look what they're doing. Hey, Bayern sending Barca to the Europa League. Hey, it's just meant to be. It's just meant to be always, They had to be the priest to marry Barca to the Europa League, But one thing I have to say is what makes me the most mad is because we all knew Victoria Plizzi was never going to beat Inter. Come on. We knew that. But the fact is that why would Xavi show them that game right before the game?
Yes, that's
makes no
madness.
sense.
That's
and
madness.
That's stupid of him.
That's
why he's on the hot seat because, in my opinion, he's on the hot seat because at the end of the season, if we don't get nothing but a Copa del Rey, he's out. Get him out. Because La Liga has to be a must now. We have to win the Europa League because we're Barcelona. You're going to the Europa League. I expect you to win it. We got Trash United over there. Arsenal is a little dangerous, but hey. And, this
just one good thing. Who did you lose to in Europa League last season? Sorry.
Who cares?
It's kind of important because that team is still in the Champions League. That's what I'm saying. So potentially that team is bigger.
Final, you should pipe down. United,
when was that? Wait, so you did that with Messi though? Is Messi still your club?
Get out of here.
Okay. Let me take. Okay, Jamal. Last thing, because I need to take on Dubinsky. Okay, if you look, and to the future point, I'll go to take on Dubinsky. So
last thing before I say, it's just what they should have done is what Sir said. Slowly build up, because if they had slowly built, I would be okay with that. It's just the expectations where we were gonna get out of the groups. But here's my biggest problems. All these stupid Barca fans who just overhyped the team. Now, I mean, I overhyped them too, but I never said a treble. I never said a double. I never said the UCL. Any of those Barca fans,
sure?
You're clowns.
Are you sure?
Antonio,
I said La Liga.
Antonio, we're still on for the treble though.
Got final seats, please.
Hey, treble with Europa, I guess.
Yeah, treble with Europa.
That's all I gotta say. People gotta be realistic, and any Barca fan that was dissing Messi, get out of here. He saved Barca so many times, and guess what happened when he left? Messi's balling at PSG. He's looking like he's happy, and Barca 2 years in Europa. All I gotta say. All
right, let me say on Dubinsky. So because I need this to talk about Atleti. Hassan, send the dope to Barca. Petrol prices are crazy, man. I should do that, man. I should do that. Shout out to Barca, man. Iniesta, stop hating on my baby. Osman preach. Oh. Okay, shout out to, wait, listen, are you still in Japan? Shout out to Japan.
He's still in Japan. I think they survived relegation. I think they're okay.
Shout out to Vissel Kobe, man. Wing, many missing kids reported.
Okay, that's a little bit
messed up. That's messed up.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah. SP, La Liga giving early 2010s Serie vibes. Yikes. Look, it's a bad year. It's a bad year for La Liga because we need to have a La Liga discussion. Wing,
La Liga looking sus.
Barca as the second biggest club equals biggest myth in sports. Look, we can't just take this one game and just say that Barca still.
Yeah, they have
Barca still have the
heritage.
pull. They still have the pull. It is what it is. This Barca still have the pull. This is just a huge L
But
that they're
does
taking.
Bayern go above them though? In terms
No,
of
no. Because my thing is about the pull.
It's not
Barca
just about.
still have an amazing
it's
pull.
not just about Champions League, bro. Like your domestic.
Yeah, it's the
prowess
players
counts
as well.
too. It's
The history as well, what the club means and so forth. So basically,
And the
beach. Oh yeah, and on the beach as well. So,
And the beach.
shout out to your boy Cineac24, man. Thank you for the dope, man. This just in. Barcelona attempted to pull the fifth economic lever for a January transfer period, and Spotify cut their card in half. Hashtag broke beaches. Oh lord. Shout out to Spotify, man. Abris Fair. Barca highline with players slower than the digestive system.
Exactly.
Yeah, why were they doing that highline for so long, man? It's crazy. Alex, one, thank you for the dope. Barca fans bought Plesinia kits just to have their hopes and dreams crushed within.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. No.
I pray that there were no. But Aris, do you know why it might be true? Is why is Javi making them watch the game then?
True.
Who had? So you're saying that there were Barca fans who had hope that Victoria Plesinia would do anything?
Victoria's Secret, Victoria's Secret.
I was watching the game. It was a constant barrage from inside the entire game.
Probably should have got sacked for that.
Domestic violence.
These guys are horrible.
Speaking about Inter, HH, by the way, the guy that wears the number 90, I think he's a striker for them. Bro, fantastic striker, man. If you guys are looking for a striker,
he wears 90 though. Who wears 90?
90, bro.
Abris Ferrer, Tiki Taka is done. Bring Japan Iniesta with teriyaki. Oh Lord. Whimsical thought. Think of the door. Whimsical thought. My talent is there. Mentality of key players and Javi's inexperience to change tactics in game and switch to direct play cost them. Thank you. Problem is Barca's advanced positioning comes at the expense of defensive lapses. Bro, the commentator was even saying that, bro, you're playing a super high line, bro, and Bayern are just eating you up very easily. Now, you see, I'll cut Javi some slack for that first half against Bayern in Munich. Lewandowski, Barca were amazing. They were like literally ever since that first half. I think it's just been downhill for them in the UCL. For some reason they've not been able to. Because that first was like, wow, Barca, these guys are pretty damn good. You missed those two chances, but here's the thing: you have to react. You have to react. Okay, we didn't score and so forth. Get back, react, and say what's up. And I think that's Javi. People keep missing this point. He's inexperienced. Yes, yeah. Are you listening to what I'm saying? He is inexperienced.
And have hope.
You can't take an inexperienced manager to now compete against freaking Simone Inzaghi and Nagelsmann.
What is he supposed to do against PK? PK literally
who played
doing
PK?
the whole airplane thing. But
who played PK? Who played PK?
I'm blaming PK.
Xavi.
I'm blaming PK.
Wait, PK still plays football?
Okay.
Yes.
Matt B, if Javi doesn't win La Liga and Europa League, sacked?
Yeah,
he's not winning Europa.
He's not winning Europa League. Come on, why don't people say he's winning Europa League? It's not happening.
Arsenal's winning it.
Okay, so Arman, if Javi doesn't win La Liga or Europa League, would you want him sacked or say, hey, have hope, give him another year?
HH, I want him sacked right now. Realistic, as stands, because I understand what he did last season. He brought us out of 10th place,
9th.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But you got every player you wanted. You got Loa and everyone. I don't know. Everyone was saying Lewandowski was like a top 2 player in the world. That's enough. How about him? You re-sign Ousmane Dembele, Koundé. You get in Rafinha. All these players that I think they're great players. I think that they're not showing their capability under this style.
So one thing I'll say that for me, I feel that Lewandowski scores those 2 chances that he should have in that first half against Bayern. We have a very, very different look.
HH, if this was a different manager, what's happening tomorrow?
He's gone.
All right, so Xavi's getting Catalonian privileges then.
What about the Real Madrid game?
He's gone. No, he's gone.
But HH, very quickly, I have to go now. But very quickly, HH, can you bring up the tables? Because I want to show you who I think we are lost to in the round of 16.
Is Liverpool first in the group?
Yeah, I just want to show you who I would like in the UCL round of 16 group and who we're gonna lose to. So
Okay, so which group do you want me to look at?
All of them. Wait, let me see Group B. Yeah, I'll take Club Brugge. Let me see Group C.
Bro, Club Brugge might not top the group.
We're losing against Bayern. I'm telling you that from now. So we can't get Spurs.
Well, who knows? Because we don't know because Spurs play Marseille away in the last game, so we don't know about our group. You can't face Chelsea.
No, I don't want to see that team in white. I don't want to see that team in white.
You can't face City. And PSG, why not?
It's not looking good, bro.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good.
Wait. I have to go through this door. Basically, I have to go through the door.
No,
So
except for Bayern's group. No, that top spot is confirmed.
Wait, so half hopes baby mama.
Peace out, guys. Peace.
The hell?
What the hell is that?
That's just very strange. It is half term, by the way. It is half term in the UK. That's why it is
getting
half term.
crazy by the day.
Wait, what?
What happened to Have Hope's last hair follicle?
Wait, why are you streaming this late? It's our kids' half term.
What did I have to have Hope's half term?
What the hell is that, though? Oh, God.
Who's slashing?
QC8. Laporta seen selling grass outside to pay stewards.
Relax. Casey bought the grass for 400k, £400 for a man. Like, relax, man.
Oh my God.
So,
shout out to your boy Timothy Munter. Thank you for the Timothy Munter. I always thought Barca should have signed Ten Hag and Javi. Either takes Basabi or Ajax for 3 years before getting the job. He came back too soon.
I completely agree with that, HH. Because let's look at the managers. Xavi has never was under the tutelage of Pep Guardiola. Look at Arteta under Pep. You can look at even Zidane. He was under Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah.
Well, Ten Hag was under Pep Guardiola at Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Barcelona is not a club where you can just experiment and give platforms to scrubs. Xavi should have never got this position. Ten Hag should have been the guy, man.
So Pep had the B team for 1 year before he took over.
Yeah. I think he moved up the ranks, but I think he did do 1 year at Barca B, and then the next year he got.
Because Javi, you literally came from Dune to Barca first team, senior team, and so forth. I'm like, and sometimes the success was the worst thing that could happen to Barca. Him doing so well, so quickly, and beating Real Madrid at the thingy was because the guys are like, oh, he's the guy. And even now, you have these jokers like Yasser saying, oh no, it's not Javi's fault, he's the right guy, and so forth. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Shout out to your boy. Shout out to your boy John Jazz. Thank you for the double, John Jazz, man. HH, Chelsea wanted the Oos, Barca hijacked Chelsea. Wanted Ralph, Barca hijacked Chelsea. Wanted to renew Christensen, Barca hijacked Chelsea. Lost from and we're heading to Europa. Barca hijacked. #mother freaking karma. John Jazzy, karma is real. The football gods, they answered our prayers. Hey, Casey! Attending a conference in Israel. Yeah, right. Bullcrap. Thankfully, I didn't watch these bombs for a week and a half. Casey, don't lie. Don't lie, Casey. But it's fair. Casey should have spent the money on a therapist, not grass. Let's move. Talent FC. LC. Portuguese League over La Liga. Benfica. Oh, are all three through?
Ooh, it's not Sporting. Benfica, obviously.
If Tottenham don't beat Marseille, Sporting only need like a draw.
Yeah.
Because Sporting had a better head-to-head with Tottenham. Actually, no, we'll do that after. So, guys, I need to ask a question right now to you guys. And I think Yassir and others will know about this. If the referee blows the whistle for full time, isn't that the end of the game?
No.
Yes. What do you mean no? That's the end of the game.
So, do you want to explain or do you want to speak?
Okay. Let me first present then. You can
go on.
So, I thought when you blow the whistle, that signals the end of the game. Now, with the introduction of VAR and so forth, technically speaking, you could say, well, if a certain event happened before he blew the whistle, you can call it back. I don't agree with that. You have to call the foul before you blow the whistle for the end of the game. Blowing the whistle for the end of the game and now saying, oh, wait a minute, we saw something happen. that makes no sense because you've already blown for the end of the game. How do you now retroactively now go for an event that's, even if it happened before you blew the whistle, you blew the freaking whistle? So Ardes, explain to me how Atletico Madrid were allowed to have a freaking penalty after the referee blew the whistle for full time and everyone came on the freaking pitch.
So obviously, this happened with United against, I think it was Brighton too, where they got a penalty after the Brighton, and obviously Bruno Fernandes obviously scored it. Interesting enough, Jorginho is apparently the penalty scorer in the Premier League this season, but no one calls him that. Apparently, he's Chelsea's best player, but that's aside. But like technically, what I would say to sort of justify it, and I don't know whether this one was true, so I just want to comments can correct me, is that I think it takes some time for the people in VAR to communicate to on-field referee. So if the decision happens, like let's say 30 seconds, it's still going to take some time for the VAR people to look at it, to look at the decision, to then say, well, hang on a minute, and then notify that to the referee. So you kind of do have to give at least a little bit of time. So if the incident happened 30 seconds before the whistle's blown, you need to give VAR at least maybe 1 or 2 minutes for the on-field guy to say, oh, hang on a minute, we noticed that guy handballed it 30 seconds before you're going to blow. You should probably check it. So from that point of view, I do think it's fair because there's a delay, obviously, in terms of time for the VAR official who's obviously off-site and is not in the field to actually communicate his decision to the on-field referee. So in that sense, I think it should stand.
Okay, who agrees with this? Ricardo, do you agree in the fact that even if a referee blows for full time, if because of the lack of communication, how long it takes, you should still be able to call a game back if an offense took it away? I still say, I get where Ardes is coming from. For me, I still say no. Referee blows for full time, that's the end of the freaking game.
Yeah,
Can I give you an example on this?
Wait, let me come to Ricardo, and I'll come to Ricardo. Talk to me.
Which game are you pertaining to? Because I didn't watch the games. I saw like the end of.
So it was Atleti against Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I remember I got the notification on my phone saying that the game had ended. Was it
2-2? Yeah,
2-2. And then I'm on Twitter and I see that somebody tweeted these bums at Atletico. They missed the penalty. They got a penalty, and then like 30 seconds later, these bums missed the penalty. Yeah. I'm like, what kind of order of sequences is happening in?
Yeah.
Look,
no. But hold on, Ricardo. This will happen to me. I'm watching the game. It ends. I'm like, Atleti. I go and finish my cooking and so forth because I add something in the oven. As I come back, I'm about to tweet that La Liga is in dogs. I say, wait a minute. Oh, you know what? Maybe Paramount show like highlights of the game after it's already finished. So I say, okay, this is a highlight. I say, wait a minute, but it says +8. So maybe this was like a highlight of what happened in the game previously. Then when he blows full time, I'm like, oh, it's happened. I'm like, what?
You know what? I've seen this happen in the NBA too when
yes, the whole walk-off thing, yeah.
Because American sports are so technical, like they need to get everything down to like the rule book. So like even if the game ends, if there was like a foul or whatever, I'm sorry, the game doesn't end.
No, because I think in NBA, isn't that whenever like a guy does a shot, they quickly run into the locker room because I think if a team quickly goes off, then I don't think they can pull it back. That's why whenever guys take like a last shot.
It has happened before. I remember there was a Golden State game one time where the game ended and then they reviewed the last play. It's like, oh, there was a foul. You have to come back out, take the free throws, and then, now you can get. So I think that's where this situation happened, that even though the game ended, they're like, wait, we reviewed the play and there's something that's supposed to take place before the game actually ends, right? So I think it's kind of stupid because I personally much rather, like, if the referee blows the whistle, game is done. Like, that's the final action of every game. So if that action is blown, the game should hypothetically end.
Can I go on this?
Well, Gatlock, change your AVI because I don't think I want to see that AVI. Please, can you just please change the AVI, please? Thank you. Because like that's we don't need to see that. So okay, go for it.
Referring to those guys. I do look. We're living in an era of VAR right now, HH.
Yes.
And basically, that sequence of action, like the whole penalty issue happened before the whistle was blown. So eventually, they need to address that because of VAR. Because if the referee, got it right to begin with, he doesn't blow that final whistle before the penalty.
No, but here's it. But the thing though is, I'm pretty sure that in the rule book, Because that's where it gets crazy. I can bet that in the rule book it says that once the referee blows the whistle for full time,
but
that signals the end of the game.
These rule books change like every year, man. So, so we need to probably look at that rule book again and see what they say about VAR. Because the guy is blown for the final whistle, but because of they now have to go and check, like, because if the guy blows the whistle before the stuff is fully checked, then they have to literally go back to that incident.
It also doesn't. So in terms of, it also doesn't just happen at full time either. It happens at halftime as well. I've seen a few Bundesliga games, the same thing where the referee blew for halftime, but then there was a penalty incident. So the players they brought the players back up and they took the penalty. So, but sorry, go on, Gatluck.
Yeah, but look, I know it's weird. It's weird because once that final whistle blows, it's like, bro, it's like the Tottenham game, bro. Once I heard Kane score, I did not. Until I saw Danity's tweet, I thought Tottenham had won that game. So that's what VAR is here for, man. It's supposed to get. Look, I've not even seen if it's a penalty or not. That's an issue. I don't know. Does anybody know? Was it a penalty?
Oh no! I just have time to say. So all I know is that if
he was offside, that was the reason. It was offside.
Okay, no, but my thing though is, look, see, I think we have to have a general La Liga discussion. Is La Liga? Is La Liga trash?
Of course, it's trash.
Now in 2022, bro.
No, but last year you guys said that the La Liga is the best league, and then next year is trash, lad.
No. I really present. See, for me, I don't think it's true because it's only 1 year. So I'm just presenting the notion right now because has there ever been a moment where 3 La Liga teams didn't make it through? You see, for me, you can't take 1 year to not make it determinate. You need a bigger sample size, which is 5 years. But my thing is that I'm saying, where are we now headed? Because we've talked about Barca's issues. We know Simeone is a criminal keeping João Felix under hostage, and now we're not hearing of Felix to United links right now. We don't know what's going to happen with Sevilla and so forth. So, and Premier League teams will always have the money and will always get strong and strong. So are we maybe seeing, apart from Real Madrid, are we maybe seeing a weird shift of La Liga not to be able to say what's up? Arman, talk to me. I'll come to you, Kenya. Arman.
Is your question, is the La Liga trash?
Okay, my question is, are we potentially seeing La Liga maybe go through a down period in the coming year, looking at how, because Real are going to be strong, but looking at how Barca are, how Sevilla are, how Atleti are. Should we see now where like they will now struggle to now be as strong as they were like in the last decade?
Absolutely. It is definitely declined. But I look at some of the players that are up and coming, and like a lot of their youth academies. There's a lot of talent there, but it's not quite there. It's going to be like a process for all these teams to get back up. But at this season, you can declare it as trash because, like, I don't know if you guys believe in this, but I think a Champions League is a really good way of like being able to tell if a league is good or not. So if you look at the last 4, of the semifinals, and if 2 of them are English and 2 of them are German, then I think those are the best leagues. And if there's no La Liga teams, then the La Liga is trash.
Okay, so look, let's get back to Atletico Madrid right now, guys. Is Simeone the problem? Because my thing though is
yes,
this dude. Because bro, people say Felix is trash and everything. 4 minutes. See, now you're just having a laugh. Don't even bother bringing on. You're giving him 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
We clowned a certain Portuguese for not wanting to come on recently, man.
Exactly.
So let's try and keep that same energy.
No. This is different. This is different than disrespectful.
Hey, I'm gonna head out, man.
Ricardo, peace one, nice one, bro.
Everybody have a good stream, man.
Peace. What João Felix proved since he's been at Atletico?
What has Atleti proved without him? That's what I want to know. Now, actually, what have they done without him? What have they proven without him? Hardly anything. So, because my thing is that for Atletico Madrid, I just think it is embarrassing that you are in this position now, where in a group that has FC. Wait. Who's their group again?
Porto, Bruges, and Leverkusen.
Yeah, Leverkusen.
Yeah, I mean, Club Brugge, Porto, and Leverkusen, and I couldn't make it through. I mean, come on, bro. This is crazy.
The thing with Atletico is that for the past few years, every time it was always last minute. They always find a way to qualify. And this year, it finally caught up to them.
No. You see, here's the thing. They've always been attacking virgins, but they've always had their defense to help them out. Their defense ain't that strong anymore. No more.
Yeah.
They don't have Felipe Luis. They don't have Godin. They don't have who was that? Juan Fran. They don't have those guys, and they don't have those warriors anymore. Okay. Right now, they have some fun. I've not even bothered to memorize who their people are except for Jimenez. So they don't, and Lodi has left. So it's like they don't really have anybody anymore. They don't have their defenders ain't that good. Look, they only scored 4 goals. In the past, they probably would have considered only 1 goal and be 9 points because they would just be winning 1-0, 1-0 or something like that. But this time they've conceded like 7 goals. Their defense ain't strong no more. Maybe when it goes to the knockout stages, it usually gets strong. But
no.
I think that's in
Sure.
2020.
Yeah, I think Gatlock, I think, is on the money because I think Atleti, whenever a team will beat you like 4-0, 5-0, they beat like 1-0, 2-1 because their defense was so good. All they did was to score 1, maximum 2 goals, and they'll beat you. If you're conceding 2 goals to Bayer Leverkusen at home, that's a problem because we know that you can't score 3, 4, 5 goals because you're not that kind of a team. And Simeone does not know how to evolve the team or take the team forward into a whole new level. And my issue is that Atleti, you have such a loser's mentality by bowing down to your demigod known as Simeone. They don't have it in them to be like, man, we have to now move beyond this freaking build, man, which is crazy. J2, talk to me. Atleti, man.
Diego Simeone is the bin Laden of football.
No, I think Conte is.
He's a terrorist. We like Tuchel's bad, Allegri's bad. Diego Simeone is the worst.
Conte, what about Conte?
No, Simeone is the worst.
Conte's a bum anyway. But
He is. Rob is going to talk to me about Conte, but continue. Jason's continue.
This guy, everyone in the past used to really like Diego Simeone. Like,
yes.
Go back 2014, 2012, that kind of period.
Yeah.
Because, everyone likes a bit of like the villain of football.
Yeah.
Like how Mourinho used to be
also, yeah, and he stepped up
like
to peak Barca and Real Madrid. So
yeah, you like that, but we're 10 years on now, and he's still playing this terrorist football. Like, players like João Felix and De Paul are absolutely wasted. Like, De Paul bulls all the time for Argentina, and yet when you go to Atletico, he's rubbish. I mean, the goal today proves what he can do.
Yeah.
But Diego Simeone, he puts him in prison, basically.
No. And I think that's a great point because people say, oh, Felix, how good is he? He's crap. As you just said, De Paul for Argentina and De Paul for Atleti are 2 different players. And that can happen if you're put in a particular situation and a particular environment that is a complete antithesis to how you play and the characteristics you have, you will look bad. And my issue is that someone like a João Felix or De Paul, in how Atleti are operating, they look bad. But you put them in a different situation, they look much better. Griezmann have always looked okay for Atleti, but he looks a much better player for France. So my thing that the issue is this bomb Simeone, who for some reason has a blood-packed lifetime contract with freaking Atletico Madrid. And these guys don't realize that, wait a minute, we have some pretty good quality players here. We need to thank you for what you've done for us. But we need to now go move in a whole new direction. Because my thing is, wait, so are you just going to just give this guy like an eternal contract forever? Sorry, Jesus.
Yeah, he should have been sacked. But that La Liga title he won during COVID?
Yeah.
That saved him because Atletico are constantly going at the group stages, constantly going to Europa. Because he won that league title, it gave him a bit of, like leeway. He needs to go. He's rubbish.
Can I say something quickly?
Oh yeah, can you go for it?
I know Simeone, but some of these players like the Felix and the Pauls, like you have to have some blame because you're going to Atletico Madrid. You know your coaches. Why are you going there if you know it doesn't fit your style of play? Like some of these players have to take accountability for their decision making to which club you transfer as well.
How do you know that a gun wasn't pointed to their head?
No, come on, man.
Yeah, why is João Felix signing a 6-year contract? That makes sense.
Thank you. If you sign a 6-year contract, there is some mafia stuff involved. I don't want to say there is some mafia stuff involved.
Yeah, when Simeone was hired, I think Mourinho was in Real Madrid. Fergie was still around. Wenger was still around. I think Pep was in sabbatical. No, I think he was in Barcelona. You know how long this guy has been.
But he's been around for a long time. Wait, Wiseky, talk to me. Wiseky, talk to me.
Could you bring up my AV, please? I feel like this is important.
See, Wiseky, just sad man.
I managed to.
Don't enable him.
I managed to find a picture of him on stock images.
That's my right son, bro. That's not Zachariah.
I struggled, Wiseky, I did, but sorry, go on.
Streets, finding Zach. Get that trending, please. Get that trending.
I'll talk about Atleti, man.
Atleti, man. So Simeone, bro. This guy's difficult to watch, man. It's haram ball to like hold.
And Felix is trapped. Felix is trapped.
He's bro. You know what? Yeah, with Felix, I don't know because I've given this guy so many passes. Like we've used the Simeone tax for so long. He has to sometimes turn up as well. Like his performances ain't been great. Like you can only say
how do you perform playing jail for football?
No, I know. But as an individual, you have to show something as well on the pitch. Like he's given even with that clown Santos for Portugal, he's been given chances, but he hasn't balled out. Like I haven't seen this guy ball out in a game. Like any great players in any system would find a way to, bro. Your whole thing, bro, is good.
This guy has not everybody can do good. That doesn't mean that you're still not a talented player. He isn't like a peak R9 or a peak Messi who put them anywhere they'll ball. Those are special players who can ball in every system and so forth.
Okay, this is a CL show, I believe, so you can't bring up that clown Anna's name.
Well, there's a Jesus, relax. There's a photo with the Milan team where he has he's held the trophy.
Yeah, no, I know. I think he was cleaning the trophy. I think he was cleaning. But so are they? I haven't seen the group. Atleti now through. Did they make it through?
No. They're out. They're
out.
They can't make it.
Basically,
I mean, no.
No. They're in the Europa League, but they're not even confirmed for the Europa League. They could still finish bottom. So.
So it's now mathematically impossible for them to.
Yes, they're mathematically for them to finish.
To come to one game to go,
bro. How is Club Brugge top of this group?
Bro, these guys have been real, man. These guys have been real.
Galloc, I'm sure we can find some receipts about people clowning Club Brugge before in terms of the CL predictions. There are a lot of people that were like, those Belgian waffles and prawns.
RDS, you know who was on that.
And actually, if people go back to CL before, I was one of the people that said, like, guys, Club Brugge, don't sit on them, relax.
No, but you know how I usually prepare receipts.
Check it out, Galloc.
No, you know how I usually prepare receipts, right? This one was so not coming to me that I didn't even bother.
Oh, thank the Lord! Because I was on that receipt.
I'm gonna find them for next week for the final match.
We all clown Club Brugge. What's the continue? I'll go for it.
For La Liga, man, it's looking peak out here, man.
It's looking peak.
It's looking peak. There's only we're obviously at the standard. We set the standard for the Champions League in terms of Real Madrid. So,
what?
We set the standard for the CL, and Barca right now they're in a difficult position, man. It's similar to my parent club. They're in a very difficult position. And then with Atleti, last time Atleti was really that prevalent in the CL was what, 2014-16. That was the last time, and those two still fell behind to
Alex One, don't enable
Alex
him.
One.
Don't enable him.
Hala Madrid, man. Go
on. But the thing is, La Liga, I think overall quality as a league, I think is still I think it's still top 2. I mean, the Prem, the Prem is, bro. What Pep's done to Pep and Haaland, bro. What they've done to the Prem, I can't see that as a competitive league right now. Like,
no.
You can't look at it. Even with I know Arsenal have 3 points ahead and whatever. Good for them. But the end result, we all know what.
Do you know how sick it is? No, wait, hold on. Do you know how sick it is? Where, like, we've now created a world where guys are now saying, you know what? I think I'd take him as a. It's like fans are now players now. Where you're now trying to just say, oh, I think he'd actually make a good fan for a club and so forth.
There's no transfer.
You have poisoned the very mentality of
football.
No.
What?
If anyone is
transferring from club to club.
This is not. This is a loan, bro. It's nothing. There's nothing permanent. There's no permanent. There's no pen to paper on a permanent deal. Although there is a mandatory clause to buy. If should things go horribly wrong. But what with regards to La Liga's position, man, I think football. If I was to just to tune into a league to watch football. I think La Liga is still one of the top leagues I'd to watch.
No, that's also because it's like, yes, they're down bad and so forth, but it's like you have to go do this because in terms of the football is still good, but it's just like for this year, it's a bit down. So let me do this because we need to talk about the Group D because Rob needs to give us the lowdown on your boys in Group D. So let me check this out. So shout out to your boy Vlad the Third. Thank you for the dub. HH, check the updated map of Europe. Catalonia is now part of Germany. Barcelona pulling war levers with the UN. It's getting serious. Look, bro, I don't even want to check what the Bayern aggregates for Barca is. I think someone mentioned it. It's like, must be like 30. It's scary.
19 nil in the last 5 games.
Jesus Christ, man. God damn. So it's all about matchups, man. QC8. Come on, guys, cheer up. Everyone puts the... If Lewandowski does that in the next thing right now, I'm going to
do it against Pilsen. He's going to do it against Pilsen.
No. He can't. Oh, no. Did they play? No, they didn't play. Did they play Pilsen again?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. The last game. Yeah. He can't. Please. No, see for me. No.
Wait,
don't
is there a situation where how many points is those two on? The Vic and
no, it can't. It's not possible because Victoria.
No, that's already in Europa. No, that's already done. Yeah. It's finished. Yeah. It's done. Because it's head-to-head first.
There's no situation by some miracle.
Is 0. Barca are 4 points.
Wait, what's the way saying?
No. So there's no miracle in which Barca can escape Europe.
No.
They are in Europa, confirmed.
That's all I need to know.
Well, they're not confirmed
for Europa.
They have a playoff. They have a playoff.
It's a playoff.
Never forget it.
I keep saying this stuff. We could have 2009 and 2011 final in the playoffs of the Europa League. Man.
Yeah, no, look, it's crazy. So
United don't top their group.
Blame Shakira and Victoric. Not enough Spotify streams, man. No, there was enough money, but just that they just messed up with the acquisitions, man. Albert Cardenius, thank you for the job, Albert. Barca's last lever is the Chile tactic. They're going to take Inter and Bayern to court for using cheats. Look, they ran out of levers. I just wish we could just take a time travel and just go back to that summer and how excited people were about pulling levers. And guys, everybody was saying Barca back. We're back, Barca back. Wow. Sharon Chablani. Mu v Allegri v Simeone in one competition. Or something. You know what Mourinho said? Mourinho said, like, look at all these losers, all these failures now coming down to the freaking Europa League. But guys, the Europa is real. The Europa is real right now, man. QC8. Thank you for the dub, man. Carrasco missed. Bro, did you see that?
Yeah, he blocked.
Carrasco blocked the shot.
Yeah, that was banter, man. That was banter.
Oh my god!
Carrasco he has to be one of the most brain.
But it was crazy watching. But it's better because I watched it live, but not thinking it was live. Because I was like, wait, is this live or has this just highlights before? So seeing him miss and go through, I was like, oh shit, it was live, bro. That was wild, man. That was wild, and it was a good save.
You know, it's crazy because for me, I didn't know this Paramount has this show called Golasso Show.
Yes.
So, which is for me, I watched that today because it was easier for me to watch that than watch the games because I was like,
yeah.
And it was funny because out of all that there was so much nonsense going on in the Tottenham game, and
Hmm.
then it took forever, and all that drama happened, and then all of a sudden we hear Atletico Madrid got a penalty in the last dying second. I'm like, oh my god!
Hmm.
And then I watch it, and then you know what's crazy? Because your voice was in my head the moment Carrasco was stepping up. I was like,
whoa!
Because I was thinking, no,
Bit
I was like,
weird.
believe it. They lucked out. They got a penalty. Lucky.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
I'd be very pissed off. If he had scored, I'd be very pissed
but
off.
then I was like, I knew he was gonna miss because I was like, no, this is too much pressure. This is too much pressure, man.
No.
It was crazy.
See, for me, like I didn't know because I didn't know it was live. So I was like, no. Here's the thing. Because I didn't think it was live, I was like, he must have missed because the final score is 2-2. So I thought they were just showing highlights throughout the game. So I said, oh, he must have missed. But I didn't know I was actually watching something that was live rather than highlights before. So it was crazy. Shout out to your boy, Sharon Chablani. Conte nearly lost his wig for nothing. What is
He
talk
will
about
do it
Conte?
next week.
But actually,
What
that
what
was
to talk
crazy.
about
That was
Conte?
crazy, though.
Shout out
I think he
to
got heated, by the way.
what's it called? Osasuna. Laporta paid off the wrong referees to today.
Your question. How long does a manager go when he's given a straight red card?
I think
The
no,
same
one
as a
game.
player. It's a 1 game ban.
Yeah,
No,
one
I
game
didn't
ban.
say
One
player. I
game
took a
ban.
manager.
No,
Manager, it's 1 game. I'm pretty sure it's one
One
game.
game.
Oh
Straight
no,
red.
sorry, no, it's 2 games. It's 2 games.
Are you sure?
If it's the same as players. If it's just that managers often get a yellow and then a red, which would be 1 game, but he got a straight red, so it'll be 2
Oh
games.
yeah.
Oh
You're
wow. The truth sets the hope on fire. Project Neymar, Lukaku, Werner all scored. Hashtag to Caliban.
Interesting. It's very
No
interesting.
comments. No comments. No comments. Brad Henry.
Project Neymar.
Shut up,
Project Neymar.
Brad Henry. La Liga follows the
Lukaku.
Spanish national team. The Spain team is in transition, and so is the league. Yeah, don't look. I think it is in transition. For me, look, it comes in waves. Now, Serie has been down bad for a long time, but Napoli are saying what's up. But everything just comes in waves. And I think for La Liga, maybe there's going to be a big transition with Real just pretty much heading the pack. But it comes in waves.
Ichish, can I add to that that previous comment that
Go
what
for
he
it.
said about the Spanish? So can we judge the World Cup as like a good indicator of the league? Because the way I see it is that
No.
look at the best players of each World Cup and where they come from. Like Modric was the best player at the World Cup, La Liga player. 2010, like Iniesta, Xavi, La Liga players. 2014, Messi, La Liga player. 06, Zidane, La Liga player. 02, R9. I don't know if he was at Madrid then, but technically,
He
like
was.
he's still a Real Madrid player.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know about you guys, but I got into club football because of the World Cup, and I saw the players in like 14 in Brazil, and I said, all these players are La Liga players.
No,
I'm going to
for
watch
me,
La Liga.
Look,
That's
I
how
think,
kind of saw it.
again, if we're going into it right now, obviously you have Neymar and Messi and so forth, but who knows? Maybe Vini could be a very big deal for Brazil. Benzema could be a very big deal for so. Who knows? Kane could say what's so. I think you could. I mean, normally more times than not, because most of the best players in the world normally go to La Liga, specifically Real and Barcelona. More than not, you're going to see one of the best players there. But I think this may be a little difference because, shout out to your boy Cristiano, he's still going to do his geriatric thing. But also for Messi and thingy, they're in France now. So maybe this may be a difference here. Kelvin Tahir, man. Thank you for the dub. Darwin Nunes is the Uruguayan Christian Benteke. Javi is a Spanish Steven Seagal, and FCB saying Javi needs more time. Why is Javi in a coma? Darwin Nunes, guys, did you see his miss?
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious, man.
It's not good. He scored one header, and everyone thought he was amazing. So
this just cost like what, 80 mil?
I thought it was 100 mil.
100 mil.
It's Benfica look like they missed him though. Do Benfica?
It's
What's we're saying?
No, it's interesting because the guy with the shades on the left-hand corner of the screen. I remember what he said after the Community Shield. So I remember.
Wait, left-hand corner of the screen. Who's in the left-hand corner?
Yeah. No, the guy with the shades, the top row.
The left-hand corner. Who's in the left-hand corner of the screen? wait, man, your use of direction is crazy, man. Yeah. So what you said? Yeah. What?
Yeah. No, we will revisit that at the end of the season. So don't worry.
Sure.
No, your time is coming.
Are we? Are you sure about that?
No,
really?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Now, what's it called? Wait,
H.
hold on. So, QC8, shouts out Simeone's agent's best paid manager in the world. This man is stealing. How are you the best paid manager in the world and you're playing backyard negative football?
No, you know what's worse though? You know what's worse than that? You know, Allegri. Apparently, Marcardi was saying that Allegri is like top 5 or top 7 paid manager as well.
I know, and that's why he's not going to leave his job. Now, Rob, I need to come through for this. Rob, I need to come through for this. So, Rob, please give me the lowdown of what is happening in Group D.
Rob, you got cheated, by the way. I feel you, bro.
Rob, talk to me. Give us the lowdown.
Well, the group is closer than expected, and today was a game of 2 halves, and you had Sporting, who was better than expected. They defended very well. Adam, their goalkeeper, did very well, and they were playing very well against most teams, and it was very close points, right? And today there was you could argue, a controversial decision being made.
Talk to me about it.
Well, basically what happened was the ball gets crossed to Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal tries to head it back to the midfield, and he is in the 6-yard box. And then it hits the opposition player from Sporting, and then it bounces to Harry Kane, and Harry Kane scores. And then they go and review it for 4 minutes. So the goal is not clear and obvious, and then they decide to rule it out offside.
Wait, how is this? Oh, so hold up. Emerson Ryan hit the ball, and it came off a Sporting player that then fell to Kane.
Yes. Like the ball gets crossed to Emerson. Emerson jumps. He tries to head it backwards into midfield, and then it hits. When he heads it, it hits one of the Sporting players, and then the ball bounces off him towards Harry Kane, and Harry Kane scores. And then they go and review the goal for 4 or 5 minutes, and then they rule it offside. So it was not clear and obvious.
I thought Emerson was the one that was offside.
No, he was on.
No, it was Kane. But why don't understand is if the ball came off the Sporting player,
that's my thing.
Why is it now offside?
I swear the rule has always been if it comes off an opposition player, then the offside thing gets ruled out.
But they said they changed the rules.
Never changed.
No. Okay. So Rob, correct, Rob.
They only look at the ball, so they ignore the defender from Sporting. So they only look at the ball. But even besides that, they took 4 minutes to review it, so it was not clear and obvious. And when it's not clear and obvious, they usually give the goal because they don't know for certain if it should be allowed to.
Wait. Did the ball deflect off the Sporting player, or did he play
Yes. Well, we established this already. Yes.
But they, in that situation, they only look at the ball. They don't look at the defender.
Okay. Yeah. So if it deflected off the player, then that's offside. Yeah.
It's the same goal that Giroud scored last season.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but at the same time,
I think if it has to be, it's like what's it called? It's I know what it is. UCL final. Why wasn't Benzema's goal given?
Yeah.
It came off of Fabinho. He didn't make it pass.
No. That one's a bit more controversial because
I think the Benzema one should be given. So I think if it hits a player, you can't give it. But if a player actually makes an action.
No, Benzema's own. Fabinho played it to Benzema. It was kind of pinball, but he kind of kicked it towards Benzema.
Yeah, he played it. He played the ball.
Playing the ball.
This guy
for me, I think he was playing the ball. But if
according to what Rob is saying, he deflected off the other guy.
Wait,
so
hold
he
up.
didn't really play. He just
isn't that Emerson Royal there?
Yes, he hits the ball and it hits the player right in front of him, and then it bounces off of him.
Hold on. Isn't Royal offside?
No,
he wasn't.
He's onside.
When he jumped, he was onside.
Okay.
And then that bounces off the player in front of him towards Harry Kane, and then Harry Kane scores.
So Kane is the one that is offside.
Yeah, no. Kane is offside, but then if we now go for the rule of like it's.
But then they take 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes to review it, so it's not clear and obvious. And usually they give a goal for that.
See, what I like about VAR, it kind of exposes how trash these rules are. I mean, some things doesn't make any sense. Man.
No, but that whole thing of if the opposite defender plays the ball, then the offside gets ruled out, and then if it just deflects off the player, then it's still offside. That should be. But the reason why this was a problem because it took so long for them to work out what the final decision was. That was the problem.
Wait, so he didn't play the ball then?
No,
Well,
he didn't play the
no.
ball.
It hits him. It came off of
I
him.
thought it was that they were viewing.
The ball.
I thought it was that they were viewing. So I was just saying, I thought it took longer because they were viewing multiple decisions.
No.
So I think at first they were reviewing to see if it was like a handball or something, and then it was the
that's not
offside.
what happened. Because I watched. They have this lady that works for Paramount that come on set, and she was talking to Peter Schmeichel about this decision. They didn't even look at the fact that the ball came off the sporting defender. They didn't even look at that. They only focused on the offside. That's the only thing they focused on.
Okay, look, it is what it is. What happened? So my thing is Rob. So the situation we now have is, let me pull up the table right now. So the situation we now have is you face Marseille away.
Yes, and anyone can go through right now.
And anybody can go through. So this is a rush where all 4 teams are all in contention of going through. So Rob, Marseille
Doesn't
away.
this make this the group of death?
Yeah. Well, you see, my thing is that
Like miniature
hold
group
on.
of death.
You see, now it is.
But
When it was called, you can't really call it that. The group of death was obviously the intergroup. Based on them, you have 3 big teams. So,
well, you could argue that was the most entertaining group so far in the Champions League.
oh yeah,
With
no, for sure.
competitiveness.
So basically, if Tottenham don't beat Marseille, Sporting only need a draw because they're better head-to-head than Tottenham. So
Yes, but
Frankfurt will want to go and win though. Sorry, go on, Rob. Sorry.
No, they could still finish second, Spurs, for example, if they draw and the other team draws or one of them loses. So basically, one team needs to lose basically next week, and Spurs need a draw minimum.
So do Sporting play Frankfurt at home or away?
I think it's away. If I'm, or was it at home? Is it?
Isn't at home?
I thought it was a.
It's at home. It's at home. It's at home.
Yeah, that's Sporting are going to win probably.
Yeah, so
against
most
Frankfurt.
of the Sporting win that. So
Yeah.
I think we're in a situation where Tottenham need a result.
They only need to draw, basically.
Yeah, okay, so basically, if we assume, because Sporting are very good at Tottenham, if we assume that Sporting gets the win.
Although that said, are they away at Marseille?
Marseille are away at Marseille.
Yeah, that's not easy. It's not easy.
And also keep in mind that Marseille now have something to play for. So Marseille, because Marseille, if they win,
they'll go through.
Yeah, if they win, they're through.
It'll be tough.
So Rob, what do you say, man? What chances do you give your boys, man? Because this is a tricky one, man.
Well, I don't know really, because for the past 3 games they haven't played very well, and like you have players like Emerson, he plays well defensively, but going forward he's very poor. Crossing, passing, he's very poor in that, and a few other players have been off it. Like Perisic hasn't been great, for example, and the overall play has been sloppy. A lot of missed passes and misjudged passes, and a lot of sloppy passing and such, and bad shots and bad crosses. Like the entire team has been poor so far, but if they step it up next week, they should win everything. Like they have the players, but they have to step up their game. And Kulusevski is a huge miss because of his creativity and vision, because he was the playmaker in the team.
Wait. When is Kulusevski back?
After the World Cup was probably.
Oh, sugar.
And he was basically, along with Kane, the playmaker of the team. And now you only have one creative player in the team, which is Kane. Because the wingbacks are not that creative, especially Emerson. He can't pass or cross to save his life.
You don't know he's trash. But
no, he's pretty good defensively, but going forward, he's terrible.
I mean, guys, what are we saying? Guys, I really don't know. If Tottenham make it through, I really don't know, bro.
Tottenham are out. Tottenham.
Kaji, what you saying?
Tottenham are out. Conte is so trash when it comes to UCL. Even Simeone and Allegri are better than him when it comes to the UCL. I remember him at Inter when he used to fucking finish bottom with teams like Shakhtar and Mönchengladbach. Oh my god. He couldn't even score. Oh, no. He is so trash at the UCL. He'll finish in Europa League.
Don't
Yeah,
let
he's
Frankfurt
right.
qualify from this group, by the way.
Hold on.
Don't let Frankfurt
Hold
qualify
on.
from this
Remember,
group.
remember when we were saying Inter versus Pilsen, that Inter tend to flop. Remember, I told you guys that it was Conte's Inter, bro. This is the second season Inter has gotten out of the group that Conte could not do.
No, oh, bro, that's a great point. Because let's be real. When the group was made, everyone thought Barca, Bayern fighting for first. So the fact that, because 1000% Conte doesn't make it through that group with Inter Milan, no way. 1000% he doesn't make it through that group. Like, there is something wrong with him and the UCL. There is no way that Conte makes it through that group in the UCL. No chance, man. So it's real. It's real, man. But basically, that's so, guys. So let's just look at all the groups, man. So Group A is done. So Group A is done. Group B is done. Yes, Group A is done. Group C is done. Group E is no. So Milan have Salzburg at home in the final game, and then that's what's going to be decided. So that's still a lie between Milan and Salzburg. Group F. Wait, did Leicester play Shakhtar in the last game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
do.
if Shakhtar beat them, Shakhtar get qualified.
Yeah. So that's still a lie between Leipzig and Shakhtar. This is done. Dortmund and City are through.
But okay,
And this is
hold
done.
on, yeah.
Wow. Level
But
points.
PSG
Oh, hold on. Group H isn't done. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Group H isn't done for first and second. I mean,
Oh,
the two teams that go to qualify is
Okay,
done.
sorry. So Group H is done in terms of we didn't know who are through to the next round.
Oh no,
Now it's
I
just
was talking about whether events are gonna be in the Europa League or not. That's what I was meaning. Like, shout out to Maccabi Haifa, man.
No, you've already.
You are playing PSG, bro. At Turin.
They lost.
Oh, because they lost to Maccabi. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
that's
bad.
like it's not done, man. That's just.
So wait a minute. So hold
Benfica
on.
beating Maccabi Haifa.
What were the two results between Juve and Maccabi?
3-1, 2-0. So the same thing.
So it's the same thing.
Okay, yeah, it's the same thing. I remember there are no away goals, tax and everything. So
It goes to goal difference. Goal difference is too high, man. They are in the Europa League.
no. Oh yeah, no, they're in the Europa. Yeah, it's done. It's done.
Here's the thing. If you
but if Maccabi Haifa draw,
if Maccabi get a draw against Benfica,
lose, then they
Maccabi, come on, they're not drawing against. And isn't that in
That's in
Lisbon?
Israel, I think.
No,
it's in Israel, I think.
It's in Israel.
It's not completely impossible.
Okay.
No. What I want to happen is I want Juve PSG to draw Benfica.
No. But do you know why it's
PSG
crazy?
come second.
Benfica know that we have a chance to finish first. Now it's maybe like because if PSG somehow draw against Juve and they then beat them, Benfica finish top. So Benfica have something to play for. So they're not really going to rest play because look, man, we can actually play for something here and finish top of the group.
Hey, Church, can I just make one small more point? I'll literally take like 10 seconds. You know, so because I wasn't here on yesterday's hangout when we were clowning Allegri and Juventus. I don't know what this point was mentioned because I've been clowning Allegri all season. I'm saying this guy's a fraud.
Shout out to Pirlo.
Shout out to Pirlo.
Pirlo lives.
But I will say this, and I know you're going to be offended by this. I know people will be offended because they love this guy. But I do have to say this, and Wisecap, you're still there, and I'm sure Don Smoke will say it as well. Pogs, man. Pogs. TP. Poor Pogba, man. I know we ended on bad terms, bro, but, I mean, are you telling me, Pogs, are you telling me, bro, that you left Manchester United, who I understand United were in dire straits. I get it. But you left United to go to this bum-ass team who are now in the Europa League and who aren't even close to competing for a Serie A title, who are eighth, bro, in the Serie A, man. It's one thing to say, okay, Juve are going to win a Champions League, but we might at least compete for a Serie A. Juve aren't even close to competing for the Serie A title, man. You've regressed, Pogs. PP Pogs, man. You've regressed, bro, man. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. That's my point.
Real Madrid or PSG was the move. Real Madrid or PSG was the move.
PS, no. Real.
And then say to make it worse, he took a pay cut. So you mean to tell me you took a pay cut? You're getting less money to basically play in the Europa League and not even compete for your league title.
This guy never played 1 second of Champions
That's an L, bro, man. Pogs, that's an L.
I don't think Real Madrid won anything.
Wait. Okay, let me come to. SJ. So SJ, look, you already know your boys, brother, and everything. Who? Because I think we can almost come through and everything. Like, I want to talk Liverpool. Do you think Liverpool could still be a threat in the UCL?
Yes. Absolutely. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You can hear you, bro.
Yeah, they will be. But
With
HH,
Nunes?
I really want PSG to finish second.
You want to face PSG?
Round of 16 once more.
No,
no. But actually, here's the
Liverpool are
thing.
coming second.
No. Actually, the reason why I don't want to say because Chelsea could face them. That's the thing. So yeah, and I'm not sure. See, for me, here's the thing right now. If there's a group I want to avoid in the next round, any other group, I'm cool. I want to avoid Group H.
But how does
PSG or Benfica will be a problem.
How does PSG and Liverpool work if Liverpool finish second? Because Napoli have a
No. SJ is a Real Madrid fan. He says that he wants to face PSG. He's a Real Madrid fan.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no, so for you see, like Liverpool breakish in the league, and so see that's why I told you like UCL and leagues are crazy. So Liverpool can lose to Nottingham Forest. Shout out to your boy Awoni. When did he do that against Ghana? But my thing is that Ajax and maybe just freaking trash. Don't sleep on Liverpool. I think don't sleep on because Liverpool know that domestically they're finished. I think that they can really, and because nobody's maybe viewing them strongly, because they're so bad in the domestically, Liverpool could just very sneakily do something in the UCL without anyone knowing. But the issue is, and I think that's what your boy said. We expect Napoli, because I think Liverpool played Napoli final game. They played in the last game. So if Liverpool finish second, it's a bit tricky.
Bayern.
It's a bit tricky for them, man.
I want Bayern to face Liverpool.
But actually, wait. Here's the thing. So what? So Liverpool lost. Was it 4-1 or 5-1 to Napoli?
4-1.
4-1.
Let's be real. Are Liverpool going to beat Napoli like 5-4-1 or 5-1 or 6-1?
If they win by 3-0, goal difference is too high.
If Liverpool wins up, Napoli will destroy them.
Too high.
So okay, they're second. Yeah, that's supposed to say Napoli. So that's why. Yeah, Napoli topped the group. Yes,
Napoli attacking have been very good. Has anybody other team scored 20 goals?
But here's the thing, though, Gala. Here's the thing.
20 Gs.
I was thinking about it. Liverpool are kind of screwed if they finish second. Because if they finish second and PSG finish first, there's a high probability they play either Real Madrid or PSG in the round of 16.
But here's the thing, though. Do you know who you want to face? Club Brugge. If you finish second, you want these guys. With all due disrespect, you want these guys.
Sit up the group.
I think Porto will finish first.
Yeah, Porto can sit up the group.
Oh, can they?
Yeah.
Okay, so Porto face Atleti in the final game.
Yeah, and Bruges play against Leverkusen.
That's a good ball. Okay, yeah.
So Club Brugge can lose to Leverkusen. Leverkusen goes to Europa.
You know who Club Brugge will get?
Man City. Oh no.
I know they get City. You see, my thing is that who do I want to see? I don't want PSG or Benfica. See, apart from PSG or Benfica, I can live with any other group.
Dortmund. Yeah.
Do you really
I can live with the Dortmund.
Do you really think you could beat Club Brugge?
Dortmund have wisened up, man. They drew against
come
City.
on, give me a
break. Sorry, AJ, did you say that Chelsea are going to beat? If you would beat, are you saying Chelsea would beat Club Brugge?
I can't hear your breaking.
No, I'm just clarifying. I need to get some intel. So would you beat?
I'm not going to get
beat Club Brugge.
Right, okay. Sealed. I'm not going to get.
Okay. Does anyone know when the draw? By the way,
we move in silence, man.
Oh, it's supposed to be next Friday. Next Friday.
Wow.
And basically won't have any UCL till after the World Cup. So.
Wow, it's gonna be crazy because I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Yes, how do you come
I'm a football
Thursdays.
fan. Okay, when it comes to the Champions League, I'm a football fan. Okay? I'm very objective when it comes to the Champions League. I don't have favorites in anything,
So shout out to your boy Eric C. The slander on HH's name needs to stop because he's the GOAT analyst and he's a complete and total genius. I know. Thank you.
Okay, hold on. HH, mistake. It's actually 7th of November, Monday. That's the...
7th of November. Thank you. Cool. 7th of November. All right. Latin Rosario. Thank God NBA and the hockey season are back. Go Heat and Devils. Oh, shout out to Martin. Martin, go back to your Juve team, man. So support your boy Allegri. From Kelvin to Hero, Darwin Nunes goes to sleep in front of goal. He must have some special toilet seats in his yard. The way he misses sitters, half of his wages goes there. Wow. Kelvin to Hero, shout out to my
That was a hero season, man.
No, look, Charles Darwin, 100 mil. 100 mil costs more than your boy.
Trust in club, tick. That's what you said.
QC, it's HH, one of the craziest misses in Shakhtar's game yesterday. Oh, I didn't actually get a chance to see that miss, man. So before we go, let me give a chance for these guys to talk on it. So, brown skin Uvo the menace.
Uvo the menace. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Am I sounding
can
good?
hear you
Like
with the
my
menace.
microphone's sounding shaky?
So talk to me. So, UCL, what are you saying coming into that final thing? Which team has impressed you the most? Talk to me. A team who you think could be sneaky, Liverpool, Napoli, a team that could surprise people based on what you've seen this week.
Got it. So here's the thing, right? With Liverpool, I'm a Madrid fan, right? So I've experienced this before in like 2013 because we were like buns in La Liga. If I recall correctly, like we were out of the race by like December. So when people like cite league standing or league form when it comes to the Champions League, I always like point towards like so many instances where Real Madrid were so bad in the league and vice versa. So the Champions League, I don't think is entirely dependent on the league. So with Liverpool, they practically have the same squad from last season, right? And these knockout games, these 2-game knockout series, and now that we don't have the away goal, they get really tricky, man. So ultimately, I think Liverpool is a team that you can look out for. I'm not saying like Borussia Dortmund, like what I've seen from Borussia Dortmund this season. I know they're like fakers. Every year we see them, they just come in just for an experience and they go home. But the way they played against Man City in both legs, they were really surprising for me. And I know a lot of people, it's like the flavor of the month right now is Napoli. I mean, if you go by GD right now, and I know GD is not like everything, Napoli and Bayern Munich are the best team two best teams in Europe this season.
Yeah.
Napoli is the best team in Europe, actually.
No, but my thing is, see, Bayern, we know about Bayern because we know their history. Can Napoli sustain this? That's my thing about Napoli.
I
Can
don't
they
think
sustain this?
I don't think they're legitimate contenders because I think prestige and like experience plays a part. So I feel like they're going to be like Ajax from 2019 or Dortmund from 2013. If they make it that far, possibly. But I think if they go to the semis and face a Madrid or a Man City, they're going down. So I'll give 3 teams. I think Real Madrid, we're still in the hunt. I think we're so much better than they were last year. We had like 2 leaps. I think Man City and I say PSG and Bayern Munich. So 4 teams really.
So Chelsea not really in your horizon at all.
Chelsea could sneak it. I mean, listen, HH. Last season, watching that entire run, bro, Man City were nowhere near as good as the way Chelsea played us in that second leg, man. No team destroyed Real Madrid like Chelsea did last season. And they had Timo Werner up front. So, yeah, they have a shot.
So before I come to your boy, shout out to your boy, Omar. Rushdie says that Conte, thank you for the dub, Omar. Conte with the red might benefit Spurs v Marseille. Okay, so Conte isn't going to be... So he was sent off.
Yes, 1 match ban because of the goal that we just analyzed.
How much will that really affect them, though? I don't think... I mean... Because all he does is just shout. So for Tottenham... like all you have to at least you can actually focus without a guy screaming in your ear and so forth. So again, I don't think that will mess them so much. You know what you have to do, you know. But Marseille away, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Cole, before we go, your Bayern team they won after clowning them yesterday. What do you have to say for yourself? Freaking hater.
Chill. Let me tell you something, bro. First of all, those goals, we didn't have to work hard to score those goals.
Giving that man no credit.
Like, bro, we didn't have to work hard to score those goals. Like Barcelona literally gave us space. They made the mistakes. They did it to themselves, and they let Bayern like. Even the second goal.
I'd like to just tell I know, just to keep in mind that the streets that Cole used to support Barcelona, just keep in mind that Cole used to support Barcelona, but he stopped supporting Barca after corner taken quickly. Cole, continue.
No, I'm just being honest. Like, To be honest with you, like if you look at it, this Bayern team, we had so much space today. We got so much space from Barca. Barca's backline gave us space. Literally, like the whole defense gave us space, and we just utilized it. You know, the space that they gave us, we just utilized it, and that's why we won the game today, mainly because literally he could have just decided. I told you, if he played his B youth team academy, I think that youth team academy can be Barca. If we played our B team, they would have been Barca, of course. You know, I mean, Bayern.
Basically, all I ask is you just put some respect on Nagelsmann's name. That's all. That's all. Just put some respect on his name because
How?
the abuse you've had from him is unfair.
No. Hold up, If you check my YouTube channel, I'm doing a series on the next up and coming Bayern Munich coach. I've already thought about the new Bayern Munich coach even before Nagelsmann had this successful stint. Like, I'm telling you this right now, Okay. This guy must be sacked pronto.
All right.
If he fails this season.
All right. Thank you, Hazer. Coming to hero, Harry Maguire didn't make the United squad because he went to LA to get Ten Hag out tattoo. Maguire United highlights were updated to the adult film industry. Artist, do you know what he's talking about?
No, it's just Kelvin Tier has just an interesting sense of humor. I still don't quite understand.
I'm not sure whether I don't think he's a human being. I don't think he's a human being. That's my thing.
No, I think he is. It's just like it's one of those like it's very people have that very very dry sense of humor that you're supposed to laugh at. But,
it's a very interesting sense of humor. Very very alternative. But shout out to you, Kelvin man. Shout out man. I always like your dopes man. QC8. Who will rig the draw now that Abramovich is gone? QC8, screw you, man. You freaking hate him, man. Just cheer Chelsea on portable lips. So, guys, thank you all and everything. Guys, keep in mind that the Black Panther premiere is actually tonight. It's happening right now because Black Panther is out November 11th. So, shout out to Wakanda forever, man. So support Black people, 100%. So, shout out to everyone in here. And, guys, I'll be back here on Friday for the Friday news show with a few friends and so forth. Barcelona, it is what it is. All I say is karma is a
Bye.